prevent neck injuries when you slam into someone.
We were actually talking today about how injuries in like football are treated like versus injuries in hockey. You'll know if somebody on your team sprains a finger or something like that, like just pulls it slightly out of place. Meanwhile, in hockey, they're like, apparently he injured some part of his upper body. I don't know. Pick a spot. It's probably injured. He'll be fine.
Yeah, no, funny that you bring that up now, because I didn't mention it earlier when we were talking about it. But recently, like very recently, like within the last 2 weeks, there's a player that actually tore his ACL mid-shift.
Oh, God.
Got up and was skating back to the bench, where he then still made a play and ended up getting an assist on the next goal before he made it off the ice and actually went to go see the trainer.
Jeez.
Because that's just what hockey do.
That's a trooper right there. Yeah, that's not for me, man. Hockey's not for me.
Not Oro hitting us with the hydrate with water.
Appreciate it, Oro. Honestly, I would just have a problem staying upright on skates.
It's honestly so unfair how well he can skate. Like, I get it. He's like, ooh, look at me. I've been skating for over 20 years. But, like...
I've had practice.
It's so unfair.
Standing up straight is okay. It's the stopping part that I have a problem with. I will run. I will skate full into the boards to stop, and like like you know, like the comedy when they like smash up against the glass and there's like a little bit of spit. That's me. That's my face.
I think one of the best ones was like the first time we took Bean ice skating with us, and he's a character, right? He's Bean, and he's like intentionally falling to make other people laugh until one time it wasn't intentional and he cracked his head on the ice really, really hard. But before we could get to him, like all of the kids that were at the public skate just like come around him and they're like, hey, are you okay? You seem like you're struggling a lot today. And I'm like, and he's just sitting there on the ice and he goes, everybody's so nice here. I don't know what to do with that. Thought they were gonna laugh at me. And I'm like, no, buddy, get up. They're helping you. So he like disappeared for a couple of minutes with all the other kids like holding hands with everybody trying to learn how to skate. Cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And that's why hockey's the best sport. I don't know what else to say, okay? I've never gone to any football thing and seen any of them being like, oh no, this is how you do this. But you go to hockey anytime and then ask a question and the person next to you will just go off and give you every last detail.
You know, and then there was the Red Wing Shoresy game that we went to where the dudes behind us were just infatuated with this motherfucker's elbows. Okay.
Shoresy, like the TV show?
Yep, they did a charity game versus a bunch of Red Wing alumni. They've been touring all around. They've gone against the Bruins, the Knights, the Kings, things like that. I think they're doing all the Canadian teams last since they're Canadian. But they did the Wings first. It was really great to just watch a bunch of older players that haven't played in arguably years. Like one of them was Mickey, and Mickey hasn't played since like the 70s or 80s, hasn't he? It's been a minute.
Yeah, no, he stopped playing late 70s and then started doing the reporting in the 80s. He was the voice of the Red Wings my entire life growing up. It was just recently that he even stopped doing that. Like that was like 2 years ago. But he's still very much a face of the Red Wings and goes and still does a lot of things with the organization, such as that charity game.
They raised almost $20,000 for like youth hockey leagues around the thing, and it was funny because Wingle was like, "Oh, got it." So they put like gear on 3 kids. Understood.
Damn, that's crazy.
50,000 is not. Wait, was 50,000? 20,000. Yeah, it's not a lot for you. That's a lot of padding. I like.
Is padding that expensive?
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Hockey's
we
an
went-
expensive sport to be in.
Yeah, so I actually went back to playing this year, and I've also changed the position that I was playing, so I can't reuse any of my old gear. Because I went from being a skater playing defense my whole life to now being a goalie this year. Entirely different type of setup,
Which
entirely
is
different
the
type
most
of pads.
expensive position on the field.
That too.
Also,
But yeah, so having to go and get a whole new set of gear head to toe was just shy of $4,000.
oh, you know I love my
Jesus
brother.
Christ.
I've traveled for 12 hours, and the first thing I'm doing is going to a fucking hockey store for 2 hours and watch his ass get all dressed, decked out. That's the first thing after my flight we did.
But we got really good.
It was awesome though, because I was so happy. It was nice.
I agree with
Now-
her. I have a thing for goalies.
Yeah.
Fair.
Not
Now-
him, but like,
I am not a avid hockey fan. I've never gone to a game. I'm going to my first game literally a month from now. Never been to a hockey game. My friend is vehement on calling it the boy aquarium. Is that a universal thing or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. I just had to be sure.
Okay, that is a recent universal thing because of social media. The first time I ever heard that phrase was 2 years ago on TikTok, and it's just blown up since. And now it's just the go-to lingo.
I think the first time I heard boy aquarium was Bex telling me about the boy aquarium.
Unsurprisingly, I'm fairly certain that it came from Book Talk girlies, because hockey romance novels are a very big thing in that community, I've discovered.
That makes sense.
But-
My friend is an avid book talk girly.
And I think the boy aquarium came from that because it's like, oh, look at all these hot guys that play hockey in their little fish bowl surrounded by glass. It's the boy aquarium.
So crazy.
Ah, 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 ah.
Alright, but enough boy aquariuming. It's been an avid little roundabout, speaking of, with the boy aquarium to even get to be able to play because we're smack dab in the middle of hockey season, and now that he's playing, most of his games tend to be on Sunday. But
Hey, for what it's worth, though, they did post the next 3 games that I have. The next 3 games that I have do not get in the way of any sessions because the only one that falls on the same Sunday that we have a Tallish game is at 2 in the afternoon, well before we'll start streaming. So I'm good for at least the next few weeks.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, since it has been a hot second, we're gonna let Raven give you guys a recap and then kick it back off so that we can pick up where we left off a month and a half ago.
I mean, closer to like 2 months, but who's counting? Oh, yeah, me, because I have it dated in my notes. So, yeah, last session was on the 26th of October before Halloween. 5 days shy of 2 months. Love it. However, in last session, we had woken up the morning after coming back to town through the portals of hell. Everybody had sat and ate breakfast together. The tavern itself was still completely empty. Ren had not opened the tavern the following morning, had decided that it was best to just keep it closed, have nobody inside, to just give you guys your space to decompress and convene and converse about all the things that have been going on and whatnot, especially having discovered that through the traveling of the portal, or a difference in how time passes while you were in the other plane, that 2 weeks had gone by since you were last seen in town. So with that, you guys had talked over everything the morning after, did your fairy toast spell together, where in addition to being able to share everybody else's spell slots and everything, you also learned the spell Circle of Death, which is currently above anybody else's level of capability, which means that y'all get to cast it once collectively as a group. So if you choose to use it, you get to pick who uses it and when, and it's a one-time cast and then it's gone.
That was Sunburst?
Circle of Death.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Sunburst or Sun whatever was
The other one.
spell that you learned before.
Sunbeam.
Yeah. That one was the last fairy toast that you did, since it's a thing that you have to re-up.
Yep.
Ren had gone over the journal with you and what was discovered from that, in terms of how there was some things that were translated by her friend and gave you some information relating to the mayor and the dealings that he has, but wasn't able to decipher everything because it was coded. So not all of the information is known. And then the group had cast Speak with Dead on the werewolf skull that had been procured by Mani the night prior to both satiate his own need for blood as well as Manaval's need for CSF. And upon doing so, with the 5 questions that you asked, you learned that there were 14 werewolves within the area. They were in fact in town and not just like the surrounding countryside out of town. They are not cooperating with the mayor. They are acting on their own ambition. The skull is capable of pointing you to more information because what's to speak with dead without having one bust question, right? And then the 5th question, you did learn that more information could be found at the university, which, after deliberating with one another about all the different things going on between the newfound werewolf problem, the pull that Manaval had upon having fresh humanoid CSF and having that connection minorly reestablished with the hive mind of, hey, there is some form of presence from illithids in the northeast area up by the mountains. And then whatever's going on with the mayor and whatnot as well, to which originally you guys were tracking a shipment that was supposed to be leaving town, but that was at this point 2 weeks ago, because that was the night before you went through the portal in the first place. So you guys had chosen to go to the university to handle the most immediate problem. So that is where we were picking up. You guys had just finished breakfast and we're about to leave the tavern to head off to the university.
And Reed had asked, wasn't there also a scrying thing that got some crazy information revealed about the mayor?
Yes and no. That was, there was a temporary link that was made between, I don't remember whose check it was. I think it was actually
Pretty sure it was
Odion's
Odion.
link.
I think that was the Nat 20.
I think it was
It was
Odion.
the Nat 20.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
will
like
take your word
I
for
had
it.
a group roll, and then like it started as his thing, and then I did a group roll because y'all were like, "Oh, I'll help with XYZ kind of thing," because it was during your telling of stuff, and it was and it was through that and the Nat 20 that you actually like were given a glimpse into the mayor's office, where you saw more things that both linked him to what was going on with the journal, as well as like, hey, he may have had part to do with the island that you guys started.
Yep, that's right, because Reed brought up the fact that it was Sweet Tea used his portent to give the other guy a 2 to be like,
What happened? It wasn't a crit. It was. I knew it was a cool moment.
it was a thing, and it was a really cool thing that happened, and I remember him,
It was a
now that it's
badass
set
thing.
out like that, now I remember him getting really salty about it, being like, I hate you guys. You are awful.
It was an admittedly good use of portents.
It was a great use of portent, which also made me think of, because of the way that last session ended, we didn't hand out a portent die, so I was sitting here trying to be like, who had it? Nobody, because we ended the session very abruptly. But we played Jackbox, and it was fun. Alright, but that being said, we are in the tavern, and we're all getting ready to head out to the university. Do I know what direction, like, the best way to get there would be? How far away is it?
Yeah, so you very much do, because you have taken several deliveries of different things on behalf of the tavern to the university. It is the southwest corner of town. Looking at the map here, just as a rough little direction, it's going to be the bigger blue building in the very bottom left of the map. That itself is the university. Right above that is their housing area and all the dorms and whatnot. And then next to it is the library.
Well, guys, we need to get going. So I'm going to put on my hat so that we can get going. Okay? What? What is so funny?
Nothing. It's it's a lovely hat.
If we're going to look for wolves, we should be one with wolves.
I'm not even going to question where you got that.
This was Alan's. It's his favorite hat. What's wrong?
No,
He said I look. He said I look dashing in this.
so dashing.
Why are you covering your eyes, Shayna? Is it hideous?
No. It's not hideous. It's so dashing. We should dash.
It's
that
dashing.
way.
Yes, I know. I will walk around the entire town like this today.
As you should.
Fantastic. We're gonna go find some wolves.
And you know what? I'm positive that they will accept you as a direct result of this hat.
Don't worry, I got a hat.
I get on my Scooty Puff Jr. No, Scooty Puff Jr. And I start putt-putting.
Putt-putting.
I'm gonna hop onto the back of the Scooty Puff.
Oh, hype train. Thank you.
Oh dang! Let's go.
Thank you.
Oh, is it not a hype train? It went
It's,
purple.
it's
purple.
the starting of the bits goal. So yay.
Oh,
Bits.
thank you.
All right,
Odeon needs the
got a
hat.
So you got your.
Odeon does
I
not have
You
the
have
hair
a
for
matching
hat.
one, Trina. Oh my God, we're gonna look so cute. Odeon, do you have one too?
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think I own a hat. I've had an afro for over 13 years. That's fit on my head.
Is it weird that I kind of just want to see if we can get like the little puffy ear things and see if we could just like nestle them in there somehow? That way you could just have these sitting on top of the fro.
If you could find a way to detach the puppy ear things from the hat itself, yeah, you could probably make that work.
Oh my god. You guys heard it here. We have to find Sweet Tea a floppy ear headband, basically. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god, but anyways,
Time to move out, Pack.
Yeah.
Ow!
Let's go.
there's like all the
Just
main
like
roads.
trying not to burst out laughing.
There's like all the main roads on the way to the university, but I would assume that like, especially with Trina being able to do like the delivery things, she's like finding all of the like little alleyways and stuff to get, not necessarily through the front door with all the like where the stuff is, because we're going to the university to get information on the werewolves. Yes, or were we going to
Yes.
talk to somebody specifically?
Do we know
Something
anything
about the library?
university?
Yeah, you were not given a specific name or person to look for because of the Speak with Deads and where your questioning ended. You just know that you had to go to the university.
I feel like that makes it all the more important to not just walk in the front door. It's the last thing I want to
Why
do.
not?
We gotta
Last
show
thing
off the
to do is
hats.
Just get ambushed by like some super peppy, like, oh my god, hi, are you here for orientation? No.
Why not? Maybe they'll let us join the pack. We go Zeta, ow!
I really hate it when you have good ideas like that.
They just sound good because of my accent. It's okay. Can't say no. I mean,
who knows?
To be fair, we've never looked more like tourists. We would probably pass for... Well, maybe not me. I'm a little older. Hold on. And you see the disguise shelf shift into a 21-year-old Manovel. Still short, still nerdy as hell. Still doctor coat, just significantly younger. I'm ready for college. Still has
the
the hat
novel
on.
version of Mike Wazowski. Got it.
Yes.
Is young Manovel hot though?
No.
That sounds
Human
like
Manovel The Cuban novel was not hot.
That sounds like a wrong opinion. In my brain,
He's all.
Manavel's the hot nerd. All right, he's like a little on the scrawny side, but it's the way that he pushes his glasses up his nose that does like the slight
Oh god, he's
anime
like
villain
every
thing.
Sasuke, every rival with the You haven't even seen my final form.
Jotaro.
Jotaro.
Totoro.
Fine. He is. He's got sleek black hair with one gray that goes around the corner. It's undercut. He looks very suave. He has the glasses and he can push them up. But he also has a hat.
He looks like Mr. Fantastic, but younger. He's got like the silver streaks in his hair now. That's what I'm imagining. Mr. Fantastic with glasses.
I'm not complaining.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I'm here for this. I'm loving every second of this.
Let's go to orientation and see how far we can push it. We're good at talking.
Just kind of looks over at Odeon. No, yeah, we're
What?
We are good at talking.
I'm good at talking.
We are good at talking.
You're
great
really good
at
putting.
talking.
You're really good at putting words in sentences.
We are great. In the right order sometimes.
The insinuations here. How dare?
We're not insinuating. Everything we just said was very accurate.
Go flop your ears, Manavel.
Does Manavel have glasses? Younger version had glasses. Older version had goggles.
Gotta protect them eyes, son.
Okay.
Alright, but I feel like we're just kind of like watching the little hustle and bustle of like a midday moment here in town as we make our way to the university.
All right, so making your way through town. In this moment, it is now that it dawns on you, Trina specifically, it's not orientation season. However, it is still technically newcomer season because it is the spring semester. And it is reaching towards the end of the semester when a lot of the soon-to-be students that would be at orientation in the fall next year are coming to do walkthroughs and whatnot and get a view of the campus and everything and get an idea of the different programs offered and whatnot. So it's less orientation and more of a welcome week kind of thing of hey, this is what you could do here kind of thing. So as you actually come up to the university itself, you see banners and streamers and everything all over the place. There's signs pointing in multiple different directions of dorms this way, and different clubs and groups in different areas pointing all around the university and up into the dorm area and everything. Throughout the fields next to the main campus, in between the campus and the dorms, there are dozens of tables that are lined with different people, all in different sorts of get-ups and everything. You see some students that are sitting at tables currently not with anybody in front of them that are vigorously going through notes of things because it is spring semester. Exams are just around the corner, so they are cramming, trying to get in some last-minute studying. And as you enter into the area, it's very full of commotion. There's lots of people going around in every direction, whether it be students, staff, potentially new coming students. And at this point, there's nobody that's directly interacting with you and that has noticed your presence itself. They're all busy and occupied doing something.
Is there a receptionist's desk anywhere that we can see?
We walk around like we own the place, and
it is very open style of just what you see in front of you is what is there, with all the signs pointing out. That's about the best receptionist type thing that you have, because everybody that's here is here for something different potentially. The only for sure sign of hey, go here, start here kind of thing is at the entrance to the university, to the main hall. there is a table that says welcome potential students, and then on that table there's nobody manning the table, but it's filled with brochures, applications, and university map of the campus itself.
Oh, look, the brochure. That sounds very interesting. I start looking at the activities and
I thought we were here to look for dogs, and you found a brochure.
Well, we're here to learn about the dogs.
Did we even get like a really good hint of like, hey, where are they? Or is it literally just, oh, they might be at the university?
going through the brochure, like hypothetically, if they were possibly one of the clubs, and could I look through these names and see if anything kind of sparks my interest with wolfy themes, doggy themes, or anything like that? Packs, canines forever. I don't know.
So nothing immediately jumps out at you from the brochure. It's actually at this moment that as you're going through the brochure and seeing the list of available classes, available activities and groups and such, that something's not clicking with you. The brochure has information for 3 different schools of magic and a bard college. And then there are 3 groups at the university, each one involved with one of the schools of magic. And then there is only 2 activities, one entirely magic based and one that's just a physical activity thing. And there's a little asterisk of a note underneath it of like mandatory for graduation. So as you're looking at the brochure and you're looking at everything around you, you fail to understand how something like this and a course offering such as this qualifies to be a university.
I want to go here.
Sure.
It's like PE requirements, right?
Yeah, the physical activity
Yeah,
club,
it's like okay.
is very much just gym,
Why-
basically.
Why are they putting mages in a required physical class? I want to check out the gym. I want to check out the gym. Something
Do mages
they'll
not have to take like core classes? Like I feel like they're called core.
Well, you know who's going to fucking get an A every single time? A fucking werewolf.
Actually, that's actually not bad.
It's a good point. But what
Yeah.
for the runt? Do the runts still get like good grades? Is that weird?
I would assume
What does
that
that
a
mean?
runt werewolf would still do better than an average.
Well,
regular.
I'm pretty sure that the mages are running on the curve for PE anyway.
Got
You
it.
can't
They're
tell
the
me they're
reason-
going to get up the rope.
No. They're the reason that like the grading is skewed probably. Anyways, the grading on a curve.
Come on.
I take my
mean,
little
that-
handy dandy map and we start chit chatting our way to. We want to go to the gym, their stadium or whatever.
To PE
Coliseum.
club.
We want to go to PE club.
All right, so looking at the
Manovel's
map as
disguise
well.
shifts one more time, and now he's in short shorts.
How?
Okay, so looking at the map,
I just imagine that he's got yams for days.
He does.
Absolutely.
Jesus. So looking at the map, you see that the gym itself, it's not actually a gym. It's a 2-part section of the university. So you have the main campus itself, that bigger blue building in the bottom left there. It has that center quad area. They use illusion magic to turn that center quad into whatever sports arena that they need for whatever sport they're focusing on when it comes to their physical education. So it's just that area. Outside of when the activities club is doing an event, it's just the quad, it's just the social area. But when they're doing their events, their higher up teaching staff casts some sort of illusionary magic, turns it into whatever arena they need. And then that's how they go from there. But you do notice as you're looking about of like, okay, we're here, here's how to get to that area, you do notice a sign saying that there is an activities director over there that is waiting to greet people.
I would like to go talk to him. He's gonna take one look at my legs and say, I want you on my team.
You know what? I bet you're right.
I'm gonna get the scholarship in 5 minutes, watch me.
It's not how scholar. You know what? Yeah,
know, just go.
absolutely.
You got this. No,
Confidently.
actually, like on that too, just like you got this. Inspiration.
I got this. I'm still wearing the fucking hat.
That's I believe it's a D8 for me.
Oh, you gave me a bardic?
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need it.
All right, so as you make your way over to the quad area, there is just outside of the quad, like there's an open hallway. Like it has a roof over top of it, but the one side that faces the quad is just railing itself, and you can see into the quad. It's an open air hallway sort of setup, and in that spot right next to a doorway that leads onto the quad, an archway onto the quad there, is a table with the activities director and a big sign on the front saying activities club or activities committee. And then standing behind it is a not so physically active looking elf individual.
I start
When it
like doing
comes to
stretches
elves-
on the fence.
Yeah, like when it comes to elves and everything, and like how you normally would picture elves, like sleek, slender, but like they look like they could run forever. This dude looks like he's about to cripple into dust at any second.
Hello.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I missed all of Raven's explanation because I was too busy watching Winkle Street.
To be fair, that's pretty fair.
There was beans
So
for free
if
on the
she
screen.
that was the passive charisma check in real time, buddy. So I'm just saying, if I don't get into at least a little advantage, I was looking good with my stretching. I look prime team work material. I told you guys you'd get a mediocre interpretive dance. It felt like the right opportunity.
So as you're doing your stretches and you put your leg upon the table like that and whatnot, really engage in the quads there. He looks startled for a moment and you're like,
Prestidigitation
hello?
and just spark a light behind me. I am the answer to all your problems. I would like to join your team.
We had problems. He starts
Not
looking
anymore.
around. There's nobody else around, and he's just like, "What?"
This is not working the way I thought it would.
So he's just looking around, entirely befuddled in this moment, and it's just like, "What problems are you here to solve?"
I was more of a figure of speech. I was trying to look cool. I was wondering if you have any positions available that I could fill on your sports team.
He continues to look around and is just like, "We have a sports team?
Oh,
I thought we just had to play sports to graduate. When did I graduate?"
Oh.
I don't think he is going to be very helpful. I did a whole show and everything. You were wasted. It was wasted on you. And I give him like a head pat and I just kind of walk past.
Can I do like an insight check to see if he's okay?
He's traumatized by my calves.
I mean, if you want to.
Like, I don't know if maybe he's like drunk or high or just really out of it.
So I feel like if it was substance based, it would be strong enough to where just being in the presence, you could smell it. There's
Yeah.
nothing out of the ordinary that you can smell here. Like he is just a very
He's
old,
swooning for me,
very
obviously.
elf. Like
Obviously, he immediately fell in love with me, and he doesn't know how to talk to me. Like, that's obviously what happened here.
yeah, no, like he is just a very elderly elf.
Okay.
In terms of insight, looking at the fact that he is here by himself, there are no other students here, nobody else looking for anything from him here. The fact that the quad itself is still just the quad, there's no like active examples of like this or that sport or anything going on. You're getting the sense that like between the asterisk of mandatory for graduation, like this is a matter of they have to have this here, not a they actually focus on it. It's here out of requirement from government forms more so than it is of like it's a mandatory class. It's not a hey kids come here to play sports.
Got you.
My idea was a bus. He's right here, by the way. My idea was the bus. What is the next part of the plan?
I don't think we came up with the next part of the plan.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. May I see a brochure?
I give you the brochure.
Sorry, my
Yeah,
headset
may I
cut out
get
for a second.
You're fine. May I get a reminder of everything that is in the brochure?
Yeah, so the brochure itself has 3 different schools of magic that fit the core casting classes. One's wizarding focus, one's sorcerer focus, one is warlock focused. And then there is a single bard's college. And then there are 3 different groups highlighted within the brochure, one relating to each of the schools of magic, one for wizards, one for warlocks, one for sorcerers. And then there was the physical activities club with the asterisk of mandatory for graduation.
So my thinking is maybe the wizard area, because even if there's not a person there who can help us, they probably have a lot of books with information.
Sounds like a good idea. We go for plan B now. Lead on, Odion.
Does this brochure have a map?
There was a map in addition to the brochure. I assumed it was grabbed with the brochure.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Follow me. We'll head off to the wizard area.
All right, so as you guys start to file out Manovel, you hear a whisper coming from behind a door on your way back out of the university center, because specifically where you're heading to next is towards the library.
What was the whisper?
So you specifically hear, that's a nice hat you have there.
Thank you. I start walking right towards Odion and Trina are going towards this, and I whoop.
Do we notice
And
the
I-
novel
oop,
peel
jump
off, or do we just
scare.
keep walking?
I'm not being quiet about it. It's very out loud. Oh, thank you.
To whom are you giving thanks?
I don't know. I'm about to find out. I open the door.
All right, as you open the door, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I am so entirely perceptive. I am not. I got an 11 with my perception modifier is an 11.
I love that for you. All right, so as you open the doorway, it is a very dark room. There's a few tables, a couple desks, a few chairs that are put away nicely. And what you gather is that even though this is a full standard classroom size room itself, it looks more so like it's just here for storage. There's no windows looking out on either side, whether into the open air hallway or to the front of the building. There's a blackboard at the far end along the opposite wall that has a few cobwebs and dust over it, and it doesn't look like it's been written on in a while. And as you peer into this room, in the darkness that is only being filled by the light of the now open door, you don't see anybody inside.
Hello? Hello?
You hear
I
the
know you
whispering.
complimented me.
You hear the whispering. It continues. Come inside. Come inside. I like your hat. Come inside.
Posture check.
I start moving my way inside. I can hear you. Where are you?
Is this a thing that like we can all hear, or is it like it's just Manovel?
Are you two now also approaching the doorway?
We're not letting them go
Yeah.
into an area where like we were investigating werewolves alone with a wolf hat
Yeah.
on. Okay, this is prime. They're gonna get
I
taken
am
first.
perfectly fine,
Okay.
Trina.
Sure, you are Manovel. We're just being backed up.
But with that going on, while we're walking towards this, Trina's gonna cast Detect Thoughts to see if she can pinpoint where it's coming from. Because one of the things is you sense the presence of thoughts within 30 feet of yourself that belong to creatures with known languages or are telepathic. So clearly it knows the same language that we do.
Okay, so with that spell, are you like, can you pinpoint it in terms of like, I'm trying to detect the thoughts of this that I'm hearing, or is it just anything in 30 feet sounds off? Kind of like detect magic, how within the radius everything shines with its class of magic.
I would assume that the way it's worded, because it just says you sense the presence of thoughts within 30 feet of yourself that belong to a creature that knows languages or is telepathic. So I'm assuming it would be you are able to target that particular creature if they're within range.
Okay.
That's how we use that.
So with that, it's just a, you do it, right? There's no like DC or anything. Okay. So with that,
No, unless you want to dive deeper. You get, as of the base cast, you get base level thought. If you want to get deeper, that's a saving throw. Unless it's changed.
To be fair, I have not read the 2024 rules. The 2014 rules, they're absolutely right.
there's too many spells for me to even bother trying to memorize all of them, let alone specific niche ones. So like,
Yeah, reading it farther down. You can sense thoughts, you can read thoughts, target a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you, or one creature within 30 feet of yourself that you detected with the sense thoughts option. You learn what is most on the target's mind right now. If the target doesn't know any languages or isn't telepathic, you learn nothing. As a magic action on your next turn, you can try to probe deeper into the target's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, you discern the target's reasonings, emotions, and something that looms large in its mind, such as a worry, love, or hatred. On a successful save, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you're probing into its mind, and until you shift your attention away from the target's mind, the target can take an action on its turn to make a Arcana check against your spell and end the spell on a success.
cool. So what's the save I gotta be? Or are we not doing the save part?
Well,
Right
it's no
now,
save unless they're trying to probe deeper.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where it's at. I think it was the dog.
God damn, dog.
Just
Alright,
watch
so-
the whole door, like, bow as the dog hit the door. We're like, damn.
All right. So in terms of the just getting a sense thing, you are within 30 feet of the room. You get the sense that it's coming from the entirety of the room. You can't pinpoint it to a spot. It just is the room.
Hello.
She
No,
just
I
kind of
don't know
starts looking at the door. Like, she's not actually in the room, but she can tell that it's coming from the room. And it's just like, oh, I don't think that's a person. Yeah, I don't think that's a person at all. That's weird. I don't like that. I think it's like... She kind of looks over at Odeon because Manovel has effectively fucked off into the room, I'm assuming.
Oh, big time. Big
And it's
time.
just like... do you
Unafraid.
Have you ever heard of anybody, like, enchanting a whole room? Like, giving a whole room sentience, maybe?
Sentience? Like The room is alive.
Like, the room, I'm pretty sure, is the thing that's calling Manovel.
That.
Right? That's weird.
That's yes, quite. That's a terrifying thought.
I don't like that. And she's gonna kind of, like, start looking at the doorway to be like, is it a mimic? This feels mimicky.
Like, the whole room? Isn't it? We should grab Manovel.
Okay, but, like... I know. You're right, and I know.
What do you mean, but?
But look at how much fun they're having.
Sometimes you gotta let him learn his own lessons.
Going in head first.
It could be eaten.
I'll be fine. I am scarier than anything that's in this room, and then you see the teeth come in, and you go...
And Cyber redeemed a random inspiration. Odeon, that is going to you.
Thank you.
Eat me. Do it, DM. Don't ask me what are you sure about this? You know I am. I said it confidently.
I'm surprised you're not just like, oh, let me lick it first.
You haven't given me a thing to lick yet. If you say like there's a rattle in front of you, I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
Blackboard at the far end.
I'm not gonna lick a blackboard.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna clip that in particular, but I am saying I wouldn't mind having another thing on the soundboard that says, "Oh, you want me to lick it?"
There's nothing to lick yet.
Cyber also redeemed to dig a little deeper for the room.
I look at this chalkboard. Obviously, the only thing that is able to communicate, because you use chalkboards to communicate information and knowledge to each person. So, how else am I supposed to connect to this voice that's complimenting me and make me feel so good? But to tongue kiss it with all of my being to try and understand what it's trying to say to me. So I walk up to this chalkboard and I say, I understand what I need to do. I don't care. I am going to lick it. You want to set me up, I'll do it. Yep.
That's fine. I'm here for it. As you lick this chalkboard, a streak of your saliva is left, and it's in the path you have traveled.
It tastes like Chuck.
You precisely. You get the taste of dust and chalk and just the general residue of what you think chalk on a blackboard would taste like. It is very powdery. It is very dry. It has sucked all of the saliva out of your mouth in this moment.
I think I got chapped tentacles. I have chapped tentacles.
Wonderful. As you step back and look at the artwork that you have now left on this chalkboard, a clean black streak sitting in the middle of a dusty chalkboard stares back at you.
I don't think that's what it wanted me to do.
You hear the whispering continue. Your friends should come inside too. Bring your friends inside.
No. No, I am talking to you. And Manovel.
Should we go? Like now it's actively calling us, which is like also very sketchy. No, but at the same time, he just licked a chalkboard.
Manovel, you made me kiss you, and I don't think you asked for consent, and I'm going to dispel magic on the room.
Is that a save?
It's for dispel magic. It's already at the 4th level, so anything 4th level or under would be immediately done. And then if it's a DC plus spell level for me to destroy anything else. So DC 10 plus spell level, and if I save on that, then I can dispel it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna homebrew this a little bit, but as you go to cast the spell, nothing immediately happens. And then after a few moments, you hear the whisper again. Well, fine. If you don't want to let me have my fun. The shade of the room starts to convulge on itself, and it hits a finite point in the center of the room next to one of the desks. Starts to take shape into a humanoid figure before finally all of the shade of the room is gone. The room is now well lit, and you now also see that there were in fact windows for this room as well, for the open air hallway that you were recently in, and through those windows you in fact see the elderly elf still sitting at the table by himself, the empty quad behind him. And now standing in front of you is a dark hooded figure. You see their face itself. They're a drow.
Okay.
And they're standing there and they look at you. And then in the same voice that you heard from the whisper, I was only trying to have a bit of fun. Parents making me come to this silly school. I don't know what they expect me to learn here.
I think
That is a
really
very cute hat, though.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. My name is Manavel.
Oh my god, it is so nice to meet you, Manavel. Hello, my name is actually Tristan. So where did you find that hat? Granted, I haven't been many places, but I've never found one.
My father made it.
Oh, so it's custom then. Even better.
Yes.
Would you be willing to part with that hat?
Absolutely fucking not.
Not even for 500 platinum?
I have no concept of money.
I do.
You see, Odion's like tense up at the amount of that money.
Feel like that scene from Shrek where Donkey's just like, oh, pick me! Pick me!
The drow Tristan waves a hand. The doors close. It is now only Manavel and Tristan in the room.
Damn it!
Your friends are quite loud. All the same, that is a very cute hat. It must mean a lot from you, especially coming from your parents. I wish I had the same love for my own. Waves his hand again. The doors open. This has been fun. Enjoy your hat. It is quite cute. Okay. Sadly, I have a meeting with the dean. I must be going. Thank you for the fun while it lasted. As he then exits the room.
Well, now hang on. If you're trying to give away some money, damn it.
Mages don't normally turn into rooms. He is an interesting one. And he has a meeting with the dean right now. That would be so terrible if someone was able to go and sneak and see what's going on in there. Hypothetically.
Yeah, but who do we know could do that for us?
I don't know. I'm just really good at talking.
Oh my god, you know, it would be absolutely wild as if like all of us somehow had a invisibility spell or something. I don't know.
That'd be super, super fun. And
wait a second.
We have an invisibility spell. Everybody can use it. Pretty sure it's in Odion's list. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I also have one in my Ring of Spell story.
Oh, that's right.
Do I have? Trina, if you do it at the 3rd level, you can get both of us and Odion get themselves.
That's fair. We could do that. Okay, so like I would assume that they kind of like they've opened the door, looked, and went like, oh, he's gone. Well, now the room's really well lit. Before we go track this guy down, is there anything fun in the room now that we can see? Like, what kind of classroom was it exactly?
So the classroom itself, very much the same as what the original description was, just with the now changed caveat of instead of it being in shadow and without windows, there are in fact windows and it is in fact well lit. Outside of that, there's just a couple tables, a couple desks, a few chairs, all neatly piled away along the solid wall. The far end away from the door does have a very unused, but now a single, very clean wet black mark on it. This very much just has been a stored area for some time that has not been visited in a while. There is a layer of dust and cobwebs throughout.
Oh god, we lost Manapple. But
Here.
no.
How'd you do that?
How
The
long
magic.
does invisibility last? Oh, it lasts up to
An hour.
Okay. So let's go ahead and like make our way towards the dean's room, and then I don't know, maybe not cast it right, like not cast it like right away, but like we can cast it when we get close and then pop our way in.
Okay.
Take a listen.
I'm kind of
'Cause that kid- Really handy, really talented, really sketchy.
He's shady. I made joke.
It's just
Made
like
shadow magic.
I mean, for all we know, it's just a merry
6 out of 10.
prankster.
I know, but it's so weird that like, and this might just be coming from like my learning everything by myself. It just seems like, why are you going to a school to learn something that cool where you can just kind of like engulf a whole room in you? And now you're just like, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even know why you're here either, bro. Like,
It is quite a remarkable ability.
that's what I'm saying. It's a little weird. Who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe he is just a cute little nifty trickster person, but also first day meeting with the dean, also sketchy to me.
It's worth looking into.
It's worth looking into.
We done.
I hate the way that the ears look like they pointed forward too.
We done.
That way. So,
All right, hurry before we lose him.
yeah. Moving quickly but quietly.
Indeed.
All right, so just for clarification, you are solely just moving for the sake of following him towards the dean's office and whatnot to further investigate this. Are we at all trying to pick up any hints about the wolf stuff along the way, or is it very much just we are now focused on this?
I mean, if anything kind of pops and stands out on the wolfy side of things, if we can catch it along the way, I would assume that we
We
would.
don't have an arrow, and no one dropped the pin yet. So we are just kind of fishing with no
Yeah.
bait and hoping something bites.
All right, very well. You relatively sneakily, I'm going to say, managed to follow him towards the dean's office. You bounce in between a couple different groups of kids and students and everything throughout the way as you're bouncing around, following and everything. Like very, very nonchalantly, but also like not super stealthily following without being noticed. And you see him playing a couple pranks here and there. Like as you're following behind him, he'll come up behind a group of kids, and then like there'll be a pop of light in the middle of them that makes him jump with a start for a quick second. And like he's just doing all these little things along the way as he just continues walking about. And you notice he doesn't have a map with him. He's very much, he knows where he's going. And after a few minutes, weaving through the crowds and everything and through the halls, you eventually get to the advisory hallway. It's on the second floor of the main campus building. You see down below you, you can actually see the quad off to the side, and this entire stretch of it is just different administrators' offices. There's the principal, the dean, there's the housing commission office, several other types of rooms of that sort. And you see that he just walks right into the dean's office. Door was closed. He walks in anyways. Doesn't knock, just opens and walks in.
Can Odeon invisibly get behind him before the door closes?
I can absolutely do that. Or at least I can attempt to.
He does close the door immediately behind him.
Would my
Like
small
it's like
stature
you'd
help
have to be
me
walking
slip
in at the same second.
that something I can do or no?
I will say if you want to give it a shot, you can certainly roll for it. DC's gonna be up there though.
That's fair. What am I rolling?
Since you're trying to do this stealthily, I would say stealth, yeah. Since you're trying to not be detected and sneak in there.
Oh, you jerk. All right, so that's going to be a 21.
All right, so as you are trying to shuffle in behind him quickly, you being invisible right behind him, he does step into the door, and then as he's getting in there, like he opens it with his left hand and it opens into the room. He spins to grab the inside handle with his right before closing. It's in that brief second that you were trying to make your way in. However, your clothing gets snagged. You're in the room. The door is closed. He did not notice the extra budge of your clothing, but you are stuck in the door.
But I'm okay. So I'm in, but I'm like stuck at the entrance.
Yeah,
not
like
ideal.
Your
but-
clothing is stuck in the door frame itself. Like the door has been closed on your clothing, so you can't move without reopening the door. But you're at
Or
least
take it
in
off
the
your
room.
pants.
Oh no, it's pants and shirt. Like it got
Oh, you
his
get
whole
naked.
side basically. Yeah, it got your whole side basically.
All right. I'm gonna stay right here and not make a sound. And if I see anyone getting close to me, then I'll think about getting naked.
All right. So looking in the room, the dean is sitting at a desk on the opposite side of the room. In front of him, there are 3 chairs. 2 of those chairs already have people sitting in them. They look like other students. This kid walked in, the one that you guys were following, Tristan. He walks in. The dean just looks up and is just like, you're early? Looks at the other 2 kids and is just like, please excuse me. He wasn't supposed to be here yet. I'm so sorry, but if you can just wait in the hall, this should not take long. And I will get back with you as soon as I'm finished here. And then he looks at the dean and is just like, no need. Waves a hand. Both of the kids sitting in front of the dean have cloth that then bounds and gags their mouths. And then you see a look of fright shoot over their eyes. The dean starts getting a little nervous. You see a bead of sweat start to drip down his face. She's like, very well, so we're doing this now. As you know, your parents are making you come here. I would just like to make this as amicable as possible.
I feel like trying to manovel. Their ears are pressed up against the door of like, what are they saying?
Do not know. Reyna, do you feel a little bit of cloth at the bottom of this door?
It's probably a rug.
I do not see the cloth, but I can feel it.
It's probably a rug. It's gotta be a rug.
It's probably a rug. Okay.
It's probably a rug.
Both visibly.
Tristan takes a step closer to the dean's desk. As he does so, it's a very animated style. Like you see this happening of he puts both hands onto the desk as he starts to loom over the dean sitting on the other side, and you see his shadow grow behind him and begin almost emanating a presence behind him over top of the dean. You see the dean start to get even more visibly nervous. You see the color wash away from his face as he sits there pally, and in a shaky voice, he's just like, once again, this was your parents? I even asked them not to come. If it wasn't for the fact that this school needs the money, there would be no way I would have brought you here. You've already passed the classes. You just have to spend the time. Please don't hurt anybody.
See, I told you this kid was smart and shady.
He was bullying me. He was not giving me compliment.
And Odion is just silently observing. He's
Duck.
if he was not if he was not invisible, he'd be visibly sweating right now. Like there's something clearly up with this dude, not to be trifled with. Very scary.
Tristan bends down to the dean, whispers something in his ear. You can't quite hear it. You see the dean's face go from the anxiety and the nervousness and the paleness and the sweating turn to complete fear. The whites of his eyes become blood-stricken, and he starts visibly shaking in front of you. Tristan stands straight back up and stops leaning over the desk. Slaps the dean. You see the shadow presence that he was emitting kind of divulge back into himself. And then it feels almost as if the room fills with light again. He waves his hand. The cloth comes off of the other students' mouths. He looks at both of them, says not a word, before he turns and exits the room.
I'm gonna try to shift off to the side. I know I'm still stuck in the door, but I'm gonna try to shift to the side so maybe he'll open the door and really I can quickly dart to the other side of the room or something like that, you know what I mean?
Give me a second stealth roll to see how well you pull that off.
Wait, are you going to come back out, or are you staying in the room with the dean?
With the angle I'm going, I'd be staying in the room.
I think it's a good idea.
Worst case scenario, you could always dart into the room, he opens the door, and then you run out before the door closes.
So that is a 25.
Alright. So I got that roll from you, great. Manavel and Trina, what are you two doing as you hear the footsteps approaching the door that you were previously just listening in on?
Manavel starts tapping, or Trina starts tapping Manavel go, 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 somebody's coming.
I go. I follow Trina's lead.
And just kind of push off to whichever way the door swings, we're trying to go behind the door to avoid getting hit, basically.
The door opens into the office, so it's just going to be an empty doorway when he opens
Get
the
off
door.
to the side so that he goes past us.
Alright, so as the door opens, Odeon, you do manage to sidestep out of the doorway as your clothes are released from the opening of the door. You're not noticed by him, at least to the best of your understanding, because he doesn't look in the direction or anything. He just continues out the door. As he exits the door and he goes to turn down the hallway, he sees the two of you directly outside the hallway. Notices Manavel's hat once again. She's like, "Oh, such a
I'm
cute hat. Did
invisible.
you have a meeting with the dean too?"
I'm invisible.
Oh, you're all invisible? I thought it was just Odeon. My bad.
Odion
Okay.
had his spell storing ring, and then I stole his actual invisibility spell and used one of my 3rd level slots to cast it so that I could hit both of us.
Gotcha. Okay. My bad. I missed that part.
So
or it just
unless
slipped my brain.
unless there's true sight, this is still happening. Let me know.
Oh yeah, no. No, in that case, he doesn't notice the two of you. He just starts walking back down the hallway, back the way that he originally approached, heading presumably back towards the rest of the festivities that's going on.
Is there a possibility of catching the door before it closes all the way?
Well, he left it open when he left.
Ah, beautiful.
The door's just open now.
I think we should talk to the dean. Odion,
Yeah.
I think you need to either talk to the dean or get out of the room.
I'm not getting out of the room yet.
Then we should talk to the dean.
We're in an open doorway.
Yep.
I mean, can they?
He's only 10 feet away. He probably can hear us whispering.
That's so fair.
Well, I was gonna see if he was going to do anything before I talked to him.
He's scared shitless.
Also, Manavel, you have inspiration.
I have inspiration. I feel inspired to talk. Hello, and I dismiss my invisibility. Hello, Dean of the university that I would like to attend. And I put my leg on his desk.
Power move. Now, question: there are still other people in the room, like bound, right?
There are people that are hydrating with water in this room.
I have that effect on people.
I kind of wanted to see what was gonna happen, but all right, I guess we're doing this.
So the other two that were in the room originally when he entered, they're not bound, but they are still in the room. They're still sitting in the two chairs across from the dean. The dean is still sitting there. All three of them are sitting there, looking at each other, very disturbed. Like the fear in their eyes is still there. The dean is still ghost face with beads of sweat dripping down either side of his face.
Manavel
I put my hand under his chin. I put my hand under his chin. You look absolutely petrified. How can I help you?
You see him, like, you watch it wash over him for a moment of, like, he didn't even notice that you were there at first. It was the grabbing of the chin. Yeah, it was the grabbing of the chin that, like, it brings him back into the present moment. And, like, you see him, like, give a little shiver. You see the color come back to his face. He looks up at you and he's just like, hello, did we have a meeting? Who are you?
The answer to your prayers.
Damn, that's good. That
little pesky boy that bound all your students in the room. We would like to know what's going on with him, please. You know, the one that took over a room and he made you all white? I would like to know what's happening. So I would really appreciate any assistance that you can give me.
I'll also just drop my invisibility. It's like, you should tell my friend what they're asking for. They're crazy.
Is that Doug enough for you? You
also,
simpy bitches.
There's Trina will also kind of like drop hers as she just kind of pops into the room. It's not really intended to be like a threatening thing. He just also kind of weirded us out too, and we were wondering. Hi.
We are here to help. No, this is not threatening. This is inviting. Thanks a lot, Trina.
No, like you're throwing all of your yams in his face, my guy. That's a little.
My yams are there to be oogled at. I worked very hard on them.
You know what? They look fantastic.
Oh no, you dropped your pen! Oops! Oops! Oops!
Novel.
Oops!
I don't think this technique is best when the target is extremely frightened.
I'm making him so much more comfortable, right, my friend? Let me do a persuasion check, Dungeon Master. I am so accommodating. I am a charisma player, and you're keeping me from my checks. I'm feeling discriminated against.
Tentacles in a Celtic knot.
Let me seduce someone. I am an illithid that matters. Illithids can be sexy too, bitch.
They can be.
I'm still digging deeper. I hope you know. I've committed to this bit. I want this to work now. I demand my persuasion check. Nay, I deserve it. I would like to seduce the dean.
I'm sorry. How old is this dean?
I'm an illithid. Who cares? Age is but a number. A concept of money, concept of age. All I know is that my yams are yamming and I want someone to appreciate it.
The yams do be yamming.
The fucking elderly activities constructor was not impressed. The dean, possibly. Are you able to breathe, my brother?
No. I'm almost think that we should put a bingo card up on this one too. I mean, like, what did you do? You broke the DM with your yams, my guy.
Something that I never thought would be possible in Dungeons and Dragons, but I have checked that off my I didn't know I needed this on my list.
You sure drinking's a good idea right now?
I need bourbon.
I have that effect on men. Manovel, a drink of bourbon comes from behind his desk and he pours it.
So what exactly were we doing in this moment? I've kind of lost track. What's going on now?
I think when I was trying to seduce the dean.
I am trying
Manovel's
to make him
also
more
hydrating
comfortable
with
that
water.
I am his savior, that whatever made him so scared 5 minutes ago, it is over. I am here to help you and get you to where you need to be. I want to make him feel comfortable.
The way that you
Because
said
I
that
actually mean it.
automatically makes me uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. I know. And it came out of my mouth and I was like, that didn't feel comfy at all. That felt kind of creepy. I want him to understand that I actually am telling the truth. I'm just super fucking confident about it. How about that?
You know, when I first thought about running this game for my sibling and
Yep.
my partner and a few of our
Yep.
really good friends,
Yep.
I didn't anticipate coming across moments like this. Whereas
You
the
didn't.
DM, I technically need my sibling to be flirting with me.
Well, you have flirted with
Technically.
my husband
Anyways.
on screen multiple times.
That's different. That's Mike. That's
I
a sex
am not
event.
flirting with. I'm not flirting with my brother. My novel is flirting with the dean. You're being creepy.
That's, I mean,
Like
Do
I
you
said,
not see this hat?
technicalities.
When the hat is on and the accent is on, I am not flirting with Raven. I am flirting with the dean that's going to get me what I want. So please, brother
Good.
dearest, may I seduce the dean?
They're just stripping their way through college at this point, and it's fine.
Oh no, the pen again.
oh gosh.
I think I need a montage of this scene on TikTok. I
Oh,
really
there's gonna
do.
be so many clips from this. Oh my god.
You guys asked for
Oh,
interpretive
Aura,
dance.
stop
I
it.
was very physical. I don't
You
have
know
more
what?
hats.
This is not incorrect.
Oro said, "Oh no, Step Dean, what are
Step
you
Dean!
doing?"
Oh no,
Dean is
Step
crazy
Dean!
work.
Oh no!
Anyways, because you wanted it so badly and you've tried so hard, I will give you the persuasion roll.
Damn straight you will. With advantage.
And here we have the big queer energy hat, because somebody else redeemed another hat.
With advantage?
I will say with advantage, but not for the purpose that you may think.
Beautiful. I'm using my bardic inspiration.
You're using the bardic inspiration, not the chatspiration, right?
Oh, I had chatspiration too?
Yes.
Fuck it, maybe we can get this over 30. What was a D6?
D8 for bardic.
And I already used the bardic. What was the chatspiration?
It's advantage. It's regular inspiration.
Oh, okay. So I rolled a nat 20, plus 2, plus 5. So it's a 27.
Love it for you. So you see the dean take a moment. He looks at all three of you in this entire interaction, focuses on you towards the end of this, and is just like, "I'll have you know, I'm a happily married man. I'm also
Okay.
exactly where I want to be. I enjoy being the dean of students."
Luckily, I am neither your wife or a student, so it's irrelevant.
However, I believe the information you seek is to know who that student that just left was.
I would like to know about the student and the wolves, please.
Wolves, you're wearing a wolf.
I am wearing a wolf because I would like to be the wolf because there are werewolves on the campus somewhere.
There's werewolves on the campus.
There are werewolves on the campus. Oh, was that the secret?
Well,
That was the thing I didn't know.
Oh, you're in on the secret. He won't tell
No,
anyone. I swear.
Where are the werewolves?
That's why we were talking to you about it.
I didn't know that. Where are the werewolves? Where's your proof? What did
We talked to a werewolf.
you see the fear begin coming back?
Hey, come back to me. What's your name? But we're getting off on the wrong foot. What's your name? I look at his diplomas and I get his name. Give me the name. Give me the dean's name.
Archibald Bulwercraft.
Oh, that is not a sexy name at all. Archie, my friend. Oh, you poor thing. Your mother clearly didn't love you. No wonder you're such a chicken shit.
Bulwercraft.
Bulwercraft?
Archibald Bulwercraft. Archie, darling.
Not the name.
You don't need to worry about the werewolves because we are here to help.
I'm the dean of students,
and we
you
were
just
warning
said
you
we
about
have werewolves on campus.
Yep. And we need your permission to do a thorough investigation of this university to rid you of this problem before it becomes a scandal and no one wants to come to your school.
Yeah, granted, because you already know more than me.
Beautiful. I want that in writing. I need keys to everything.
I don't have keys to everything, but I assure you that security will work with you very diligently, and you will be able to access whatever you need.
No. We know no security. We don't want to bring anyone else in. It's just us four. This is a secret.
They don't need to know what they're helping with. They will be told.
They're not going to help. They're going to train to help.
They have the keys.
Train to help me.
No, okay, so realistically, Manovel, he might be right on this one. We don't have to tell the security squad, the guards, anything else why we're here. We're just here as a specialized team to oversee some of the new safety features in the school, right? She looks over at the
yes.
Excellent. Okay, your silence tells me that you agree. Because the last thing that we would want is for anybody to panic, right? She still looks over at the dean. Yep, we're not panicking, okay?
Especially when it's registration week. That would lose a lot of money for the school.
Yeah, registration, onboarding, initiation, orientation.
It would be a PR, right? Nightmare.
You see more beads of sweat just start trickling down his face.
Aren't you lucky that we came here to help?
Yeah, it would also be incredibly impactful to not have all of the students here for the upcoming school year, for all of the local businesses in town. She then kind of sticks out her hand and she's like, "Hi, I'm Trina Tari." So, what's the best way to get in touch with all of your security team without actually telling them what's going on?
You don't need to worry about that. That will be taken care of. Whenever you need to get in anywhere, just come let me know, and I will have a security person available with the appropriate key. They will not know why you're here or what you're doing. They will just know that you have unrestricted access and that they are to let you.
Beautiful. And I put down the brochure map. Where are places that aren't on the map on the campus? Underground fields, storages, secret laboratories, evil bases.
It would also probably be really helpful if you had any lists of students that may or may not have been potentially expelled for violence. Or ones like
furry.
that guy.
Mm.
Ones like that guy, which are kind of just being forced to be here
Also,
based on like parental nepotism, it sounds like.
Yeah,
also, when you
what's
tell
up
them
with
to
that?
sit, they just sit on the ground. It's a telltale sign.
I love that Trina's coming at this from an angle of like, these are the most likely suspects, and Manavel's like, these are the most visibly likely suspects.
This is the obvious one that's not going to be there.
Yeah.
If they have a color on.
Also, I apologize. I want to kind of double back on that. You said that this person passed their classes already. They just need to spend the time here. Did they not spend the time whilst passing?
If you mean Tristan, he passed his class because I already know his capabilities. He is beyond anything that we teach here. He has not spent the time here. His parents have sent him here to
Oh, he bought his
further grow
diploma. He's
their
a
own
Nepo
renown.
baby.
I assure you it is anything but. His
So they didn't-
parents are very wealthy, very powerful individuals from another city.
I don't think you
Across
know
the
what Nepo
ocean.
baby means.
So they didn't actually pass. You're just assuming they passed because you kind of know what they can do.
Because you are scared of them.
And like also you told him like, don't hurt anybody. Has he hurt people in here before?
I mean, this is his first day here, making appearances and such. To my knowledge, he hasn't hurt anybody, but I know he very easily could.
But do you think he's liable to?
And more importantly, if you know what he's capable of, or at least you assume that you know what he's capable of, why would you potentially risk the other students' lives to have him here?
Yeah.
I mean, he's already doing this with werewolves on campus.
As I just mentioned, his parents are very powerful individuals. They sent him here, as I was saying, in order to further their influence across the continents.
So they need this kid to get a degree to increase their influence?
No, I think that they just need him in a major port city like Shard to establish some type of presence here, if that's what I'm understanding.
Right, but what does that have to do with spending time at the university? Why couldn't he just be here?
He's a prince, and he is of the age to be attending university. His parents sent him here because this is a big trade harbor where lots of people and lots of news goes through. This is them branching out into our area from across the ocean. I received a missive from his parents that he would be attending. That being cordial with him and not angering him would allow for certain amenities to the university. And then he looks at Trina and he's just like, I'm sure you are aware that we are a bit more of a stop and go type of city. Not very much on the high end populace of people coming here and staying here. The university doesn't make a ton of money. And we are failing year over year just to keep the doors open. The coffers are empty, if you will. If it wasn't for the fact that I need the money and that I'm still trying to do good, I would have fought this. But the university has no more money.
If he's as powerful as you say, what's the likeliness he has something to do with the wolves?
I guess a better question then, to kind of follow up with that, is that what exactly does his family like? what do they have dominion over? You know, like, do they all worship like a certain god? Do they like crazy Prince? Never heard of him. So would love a little bit more information about this kid. He seems real sketchy, and I don't like him.
That would make two of us. Like I said, it is out of sheer necessity that he is here. If I had any other option, I would have taken it. His parents are the ruling party of the entire southeast continent. All of Eldemirion belongs to them. Trina, having been from the tavern and so close to the docks itself in town, you recognize that name instantly, Aldemirion. It is the largest continent and the biggest city in all of Ravenheim that has the highest military power and is currently the only military power that is still battling the demonic forces from the western coast that has been seeping its way into your lands.
I'm sorry, is Aldemiri a continent or a city?
Yes.
Jesus Jones.
It is both. It started as a city that through its power and how it grew, it now just is the entirety of the continent as well. It is the Aldemirian continent with Aldemirian City as the capital.
It's New York, New York. Got it.
And just for my notes, how do you spell Aldemiri?
I'll send it in chat.
Please and thank you. I was way off. Okay.
Realizing that he is unfortunately no help here. Okay, so I think we're kind of back to square one with the whole, we have to just kind of start looking for dogs.
So we went through my idea and Odian's idea. Now what's your idea?
We didn't get to the wizard place, did we?
Oh, we
Is there-
didn't. We forgot about the plan.
Well,
I'm
also
sorry,
just
if
for
you had-
like future purposes. Would we be able to get into the highest tower in the school and just potentially camp out there for the night? Out of curiosity.
Just wait until something happens.
Well, realistically, they're werewolves. They're a lot more active at night.
And
And
we
if they
can hear some
happen to be
howling.
if they happen to be focused here, there's a very good chance that if we wait until nightfall and just kind of sit in an
Ooh,
area
what
that would be able to look over the entire campus, there's a much better chance that we'd find something to go off of.
And we can get a bunch of bacon and make the smell come from the... No, okay.
I mean, that would probably attract a lot of different animals.
The dean just takes a look at each of you again and just says, "You know more of these wolves than I do. I didn't know there were wolves here to begin with. As mentioned earlier, you have my full cooperation. The security staff will not know why you're here, but they will allow you into any place that you deem necessary. However you choose to move forward is your discretion. However, as off-putting as it may seem, Tristan is not a part of it. If there's a werewolf problem, it's going to go beyond his time here. He doesn't need wolves to mess with anybody or to inflict his presence. I promise you, he'll do that on his own.
I'm liking him less and less.
I've met a lot of people with like really punchable faces. I've never met someone with such a punchable shadow.
Punchable personality.
It'd be very he's got a very choppable throat, and I'm assuming that he's a royalty from others. It would be treason to punch him, wouldn't it?
I mean
it's
that's
not
only
like
if we get
he-
caught.
And on top of that, it's not like
If we-
he's a prince of this land. He's a prince of that land.
Valid.
Like, yes, he probably has diplomatic immunity here.
As we're walking out of the dean's office,
Yeah.
we start
like,
talking about terror.
He probably has, like, diplomatic immunity here, so, like, he can't really get in a whole lot of trouble, but that doesn't mean that trouble can't find him. Like, if you catch my draft.
Hello, my
I mean,
name is Trouble.
I'm all for causing trouble, yeah.
So do we want to go to the mages? Do we want to possibly figure out the highest vantage point and try to go?
Well, like,
what is the lunar cycle this year? Tonight? Would it happen to be a full moon, coincidentally, as well as?
The full moon was actually 4 days ago, because that was when
Son
the
of a
original
bitch.
attack had happened with the werewolf that was then in the cell that Monty had found.
Damn it. You have to wait a whole 4 weeks for the next full moon?
We don't
Well,
have
the-
4 weeks.
No, we don't.
No, but, like, if I remember right, baby werewolves do their first transformation on the full moon. People that have been in it for a hot second can just do it whenever, if I remember right. A lot more active at night.
We could. There's this university. There's a library. Maybe we do some research on werewolves themselves.
We can do that.
So that because if, do you know how to kill a werewolf? I didn't see many do it.
Would it be just safe to assume that, like, going through, like, all of the crazy stories that my mom has told me over the years, being like, just, like, silver and decapitation and shit.
Do you have silver?
She pulls out, like, a couple silver pieces. She goes, I have these.
Oh, we can plink them to death.
Plink, plink, plinko.
Oh,
Call me Bob Barker.
we all have some form of magic, yes. I mean, I would hope that would be able to harm a werewolf.
Maybe, but I don't think that it could hurt going to the library and looking up some things about werewolves.
And then you said that we were gonna go see the mages. Remind me again what we were gonna go see the mages for.
I don't remember.
Okay, never mind then. To the library. Unless Odeon. Do you remember what we were supposed to go see the mages for?
I think we were just gonna go and see if they had information.
I can guarantee information at the library.
Yeah, okay, so we can go read about it, and then we can also go talk to the other nerds.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with this.
Great. If we happen to find nerds at the library, though, I will be going and talking to them. I will not be reading unless I have to.
Where'd your hat go?
I still have one. I've had this hat on the whole time.
Okay.
Are you being gaslighted?
No, I let her gaslight me. There's a difference.
Fair enough.
Reed, that was such a bad joke, and you should feel bad.
Yep. That's really bad.
Toss a coin to your werewolf.
Oh, belly a plenty.
Oh god. You just say, keep the change, you filthy animal.
Mm.
All I could think now is Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
All right, on that note, as we're doing a minor scene change going from Dean's office and main campus over towards the library, I feel like this would also be a decent time as we are just shy of 2 hours into this to take our little break here. Go ahead, take a 10-ish minute break. Come back at like 9:50-ish or 10 minutes to the hour or whatever time zone.
Whatever the 50-minute mark is for your time zone, kids. All right.
We love you.
We'll be back in a little bit. Go get some water because your kidneys deserve it. And we're back. You just missed CT yelling at the dog.
Our DM once again does not have a neck.
Oh my god, where'd it go? But hello, we're back. We have things that are happening. Those things are walking to the library.
Indubitably.
Son, did you have a stroke? There it is.
I beg pardon?
Son sometimes doesn't remember how to type words correctly, but don't worry, he made up for it by making us all hydrate. So, okay.
Ah, I just saw chat. Okay. What can I?
The no neck is a defense mechanism. And a hydrate with water.
Yeah, a guy just comes up to me. Hello. Hello.
Listen, man, it worked on me. Okay.
No, it's the perfect move because girls, well, they love that energy. Guys, ah!
I mean, canonically, in the hockey equipment attire, the neck is one of the least protected areas. So learning how to just not have it be exposed by just makes it real easy to not get hurt.
That's so valid.
All right, hopping back into this though, we're heading over to the library. This university is a bit efficient with its space and some of its money. The Wizard
And it doesn't
Center, right? The Wizard Center of this university is actually attached to the library because wizards are based in studying. They study very vigorously to craft their spellbook and be able to actually use magic. The Wizard's Tower, their dorm and everything, as well as the group for the wizarding side of the college, Wizard College side of the university, is actually directly connected to the library. They are both connected as one single building. So looking at the map there and the library itself, the cross section in the front is the actual library. The circular portion is the Wizard's Tower dormitory area connected to it in the back. So they are one and the same, and that is where we are heading in this moment. So as you enter into the library itself, it is very neatly organized. There is not a speck of dust to be found anywhere. All of the books and their bindings look very well used. It is very well lit. There are students moving about, some that are currently rifling through books, others that are giving tours of the library itself, because of it being the whole welcome week stuff of like, oh, you may be a potential future student kind of thing. And there's a bit of commotion going on, though not entirely completely packed with people. Like there's still room to move around and everything, right? So with that being said, there is a main desk directly in front of you as you first enter. Behind it are several rows of books and everything. At that desk itself, there's nobody currently attending to it. But on the desk, there are different stacks of papers. There is a general brochure about the Wizards College portion of the university. And then there's also a, not so much a map, but a Dewey Decimal filing system style notebook of what books to find where within the library.
All right.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Sorry, just
It took like a big bite of a chip, and Wingle's just sitting there going, no. So, you said that we saw this like little Dewey Decimal System thing?
More or less, yeah. It's the fantasy world equivalent of what would be the Dewey Decimal System.
Does anyone here understand the fantasy Dewey Decimal System?
Do I? No. We're in a library. Somebody does. Unless Manovel does.
Absolutely do.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
And I go and look for the werewolf books. With absolutely no knowledge of the Dewey Decimal System and blind confidence only.
There you go.
Are we reading at all the pamphlet saying what books are where, or are we just going?
I'll
Manovel's running
I would like to-
solely on vibes. Let's be real here.
I'm
Yes.
I'm looking for books with like werewolves on them.
Fantastic. Give me an investigation
Does
check,
the
please.
buzz go rawr?
I would like a book that goes right, please.
End up in the romance section. Oh my god.
Oh my god, please let me find smut. Oh my god, I'm rolling for smut. Stop finding something useful. I want to find smut. I rolled a 16 on the die plus 2.
They find a book, and on the spine, they just hear, "What is the Omega verse?"
How much can a wolf pack?
Oh my god. This book's just called Getting Naughty.
He also wants to play fetch.
You'll null this guy.
He wanted the null on the floor.
Everybody's going to jail. Everybody go to jail. Everybody go to horny jail right now.
If you make me yip, I'll make you howl.
So mathematically, that was a 16, 14 plus 2, you said, right?
No, it's an 18, 16 plus 2.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, going off of vibes with an 18, you do find a section that is based on fantastical beasts. None of it is smut, and none of it is werewolves in terms of the study of werewolves themselves. But there are tales and folklore of werewolves in terms of where they come from, as well as several different, presumably kid stories about what they are.
I have found the werewolf books. There's like 3.
Oh.
You are welcome.
I mean, yeah,
I know I am very impressive.
3's not bad. So we each take one and start flipping through the books.
This one has pictures. I call dibs.
God, damn it!
That's not fair. Okay, so like, would it be weird for me to
Yes.
do? Okay, great.
No,
Let me look at my abilities so that I can make sure I'm asking for the correct thing here. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to speed read my way through this, just starting to like flip pages and looking for anything that werewolf moon's transformation type of shit, specifically in the words, so that she doesn't have to sit and read the whole thing and she just... I would assume you'd put that under investigation, possibly even history, depending on the type of book.
Isn't there a spell that can make you speed read?
If there is,
I feel like there
don't
should be.
have it.
I feel like it should be. That'd be
You know
a really
what?
fucking cool
I
stuff.
think I'm gonna
Enough.
write a spell about that, just because Trina's gonna be so frustrated by this whole endeavor of being like,
I think we need to make a homebrew. I read this immediately spell.
yeah.
All
There's
right.
gotta
So
be
in this moment,
something.
I'm gonna homebrew this rule a little bit, because to me, how you're describing it feels like that last second cram session before your final exam. Of like you were just speed reading all of your notes, like trying to find that one note of like, hey, this was the question I got wrong on the practice exam, and you just speed reading like, I know where it's at. I know where it's at. Roll me a survival check.
Are you sure?
Yes, because you are fighting with your own capability of like, I got this, and like trying to trick your own brain. So I'm gonna say survival check because you are trying to survive the woes of
Guy-
this book.
May I guidance her because I'm the one that got the pictures?
Yes, you may.
May I-
You may. For
I'm
sure.
okay. Making sure.
It's an ability check. Because I'm also gonna use my chatspiration. Because I've rolled. Okay, no, that's fine. I only rolled the same number. That's great.
Whoopsie doodles.
Uh-oh.
You got a whopping 13. With guidance. With a +3.
Oof.
So of everything you first listed off in terms of like transformation, how to kill, all the fun things, which one are you most concerned with?
Admittedly, I would just be looking specifically for the word werewolf above all anything else.
Well, it's a book about the werewolves, so like there's plenty of that.
Oh, shit, yeah. I guess I missed the part where it was like, Wingle found specifically books about werewolves. Admittedly, I was like, the Dewey Decimal System isn't real. Dewey Decimal System can't hurt you. It's fine. Nobody knows how to work it.
I do.
So,
Duh.
if we're rolling that back then, since we're trying to find out where they are, she'd kind of be looking for things about like pack and pack mentality and werewolves. If they're not or if they're specifically loner types, which would be really weird if they were loner types and they had a spot where they congregated. I just read Stealth Dad's comment. I'm disappointed. I'm proud. I'm disappointed.
All right, so with your 13 and with that being at the forefront of what you're trying to find, you do manage to find it within the book. There is not a ton of information there. You're gathering at this point that because there were only 3 books to begin with and the wide range of what the books were out of those 3, that there's not going to be a ton of information that you're going to find regardless. But in relation to that of their pack mentality and where or how they may dorm themselves, more or less. You do find that there's 2 schools of thought. Neither are confirmed to be more true than the other, but there is either that they try to help each other to control the curse, or they choose to be wild. Some may try to get as far away from civilized living as possible as to not become a threat to others, while others may also just be like, you know what, no, this is just going to be my feeding ground now. I am stronger than them, I'm better than them. They will sustain me.
She just kind of starts thumbing through her book and she's like, well, that's not super helpful. They're either going to be completely alone and ravenous, or they're going to be trying to avoid people at all costs. So it's like we're either never going to find them because they're hiding, trying to hide away in plain sight, or we're going to find them really, really fast.
So what I'm hearing is we
freaking
should
atrocious.
follow Odian. Odian is very good at making sure people cannot see him, so Odeon probably thinks closest to them.
You think so?
You're very sneaky. If you don't want people seeing you, no one will see you. I mean, none of us knew you got into Trina's room until you told us.
Well, yes, this is true. Not that I typically go into other people's rooms for any reason. We don't have to dwell on that. Anyway, yes, you're right. Yeah, yes, I agree.
What did you guys find in your books?
I have a question. Do these books have like those little checkout cards? Like when you have to write your name down on that you checked out the book?
So the books themselves do not have it. But you recall, because I coincidentally had your character sheet up next to me, with your passive perception, you did notice a general logbook at that main desk when you first walked in that lists all the books that were checked out by which student.
Oh, I think I might be onto something, and I go to check out the logbook.
I agree. You might be onto something.
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for anyone that checked out books regarding occult or specifically werewolf, but like anything that would pull me in that direction. Especially if I see the same name picking out the same kind of books that I'm that the titles that I'm that would, you know, like the vibe. Like I'm werewolves for dummies. Like and then the next one is how to potty train in 3 days without litter.
Without
do I stick his nose in it? Like those are the titles I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. So nothing
Crates,
of that
yes
sort
or no?
jumps out. Nothing of that sort jumps out from the logs. However, when keeping in mind what Trina had just mentioned about the different classifications of how a werewolf may operate, you do notice something that stands out as like, this might be curious. It is a book entitled How to Become a Hermit.
Ooh.
Okay.
Trina, Odeon. And I look. Someone doesn't want to be seen.
I mean, that could be a decent start.
Is the book checked out currently? Or is it has it been returned?
The book was recently checked out yesterday.
By who? Please tell me it's Prince. I want to punch him in the face.
It is not checked out by him. There is a first initial last name and what is presumably a student number written in the logbook. It was checked out by a W. Collison, number 7893.
How do you spell Collison?
Exactly how you think it would be.
Collison?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Oh no, I have to go back to the dean so I can figure out who this is.
I mean, we don't really have to go back to the dean.
How to
We could
become a
probably
hermit.
Go ahead, bud. Read it.
How to become a hermit. How to become a hermit. Step 1, have a touch of the tism.
Jesus Crow.
Sorry. my bad.
Y'all are
No, you're
hopeless
fine.
tonight. But no. Does Manovel say the whole we have to go back to the dean to figure out who this is thing?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even have to go back to the dean. We have unfiltered access to the entire school, which would also include student records.
Let's go to student records.
This book log of books that are checked out, does it sort by like date or does it sort by person who's checked it out?
So the logbook itself is just a running logbook, and you notice that it follows essentially a date order, but it's not set up in terms of like categorized by type of book or anything. It is very much just student checked out this book, this date, and then the next book that was checked out is filled in underneath with the next student, next date. So it's just whatever order they were checked out in, they're written in that order with that notated date.
You guys think we could take this book with us and not it be missed?
It's a book for hermits. They probably have already read
No.
it and left it.
No, the logbook.
The logbook.
Can I see if like if it's on a desk under the desk? Is there like a new logbook or new pages?
There's nothing that you see at the desk.
Is it like a 3-ring binder, or is it like a tear?
It's not a 3-ring binder. It's its own like actual legit book, like a ledger book almost. Like it has its own official binding.
I look to the left and I look to the right, and I put it in my cloak.
All right.
Like butter, and I leave.
Right behind you.
No, it's so sneaky. 10 out of 10, no notes.
I thought so. We have unfiltered access. Accept it.
That's very true. Okay, so we hide away to go read the book in a safe location.
We're going to student records so that we can find out who W. Collinson is, and then also just bringing the book with us just in case.
Yeah.
Also,
so
maybe we
as
can
you
look
go
at-
to
wait.
exit the library,
Button?
Button?
Sorry, button.
Button.
there you go. So as you go to exit the library, with the ledger in hand, right?
In cloak.
Hidden underneath, hidden in your cloak. You, as you're approaching the door, you feel a small tug on your cloak.
The dean said I could take it. I have unrestricted access to everything in the campus. You can ask him, and I keep walking. Blind confidence.
Don't even
Blind
turn around to
fucking-
investigate or
No,
anything. Just going.
I'm in the middle of an investigation. The dean has. I need this as evidence. Goodbye.
Okay.
Okay. You continue walking.
This could not possibly end badly.
No.
You continue walking, and you hear scratching footsteps following behind you. But you keep walking.
I feel like once it's been like a minute or so. Come on, just let me go.
As you turn around, there is an owlin standing behind you, looking you directly in the eye, and just points to your cloak and just says, "We need that. There's
And I will
students that
bring
are
it
trying
back."
to check out books."
I left another notebook on there. Think you could use that. I need this right now for an investigation. It is high importance, very secure. It's necessary.
I can get you any copy you need, but I
It's
need that book. You
necessary.
need to keep it in order.
It's necessary.
Why are you grabbing everything by
Sparkle,
the
sparkle
end?
on my yams. I sparkle yams. Prestidigitation. My lovely foul beast, I love you. Let me go.
You see this owling get very flustered, very, very persistent. Of no, I need that book. Everything must be filed accordingly. It must be nice. It must be organized. We need to keep it organized. I will get you any copy you need. I will get you a copy of the entire thing. But I need
And
that
I suggest
book.
you go and relax, and I will bring it back no later than tonight. And I cast suggestion on this woman. Calm the fuck down, lady.
Is there a DC or anything to go with that?
Oh yeah. Suggestion: Wisdom 18.
That will be a pass with a 19 on the die and a +4 for this individual.
Pardon, I just wanted to clarify. Miss, I apologize. What's your name, Miss?
I'm the head bookkeeper.
I didn't ask your title. I
You
asked your
see her
name.
just still fluttered about all of this and is just like not used to it, and like you're getting a small sense of like nobody asks her name. And then after a brief moment, just I need the book. I need the book. She just looks up and she's like, it's. My name is Katrina.
Katrina. What a beautiful name, Katrina. Listen, Katrina. You said you can get us a copy of any book. Does that include the book that we have borrowed?
If you need a copy of the ledger, I can get you a copy of the ledger. We make a copy anyways for posterity, just in case something happens to the original. I'm more than happy to give you a copy, but we need the original. They must stay in sequence. We have a lineup of students waiting to check out books. We have exams in days.
I completely understand. How long would it take you to make a copy of this book for us?
Not long at all. I just need to get back to my scribing desk. It will take seconds. I have spells. This is all I do.
Why don't you guys let me take the book? I'll head back with Katrina here, and I'll meet up with you guys when the book is finished being copied.
I mean, like, do we really have another place to go with that? No, we have the name. We have the name. We could do that. That's fine. Are you sure? You're positive?
Yeah.
Manable. Do you want to go hang out with the book, or do you want to go into the records with me?
No, she ignored my yams.
She doesn't exactly strike me as a yams girl. No offense.
It was a real foul reaction, though. I have excellent yams. Birds of a feather do not flock together.
I'm so mad at you. It also doesn't help, too, that as soon as you said that her name was Katrina, I realized I've been ruined by TikTok because my brain just went, Katrina, Katrina, Katrina.
Yeah. Here comes the hurricane, bitch.
What do you mean Noctowl will cast Hurricane?
Alright, so I will take this book back with Katrina, get it copied, and I'll meet you guys back at the student records.
I'm assuming that Odeon knows where student records is, based on the whole interaction, yes?
We got an extra map.
Yes, we have a map.
I wasn't sure if we had extra maps. If we have multiple maps.
We go take a detour. I come back and bring map.
Have map. All map. Alright. But
I have map.
all the map.
So coincidentally, student records is held in the dean's office because he's the dean of students. Crazy, I know. Who would have ever thought? So you two are heading back to the dean's office. Odeon, you are heading back to the library with Katrina, the head bookkeeper. With that, we will go ahead and continue with Odeon as the other two are walking a further distance. So we'll let them travel and walk a bit. So Odeon, as you enter back into the library, follow Katrina past the first desk, the main desk up front where the ledger and everything was. There is a second desk past several rows of books that is just outside of an office door. The office door itself reads bookkeeper's corner. On that desk, you can see that there are several different inkwells and quills. There is several other ledger books of their own, each coded in their own way in a similar fashion to that of the book that you were first carrying, where instead of it being the book title ledger number, it is now book title ledger number .1.2, and you see that they make several copies, in fact, to make sure that everything is recorded. Katrina takes the book from you. She sets it down in front of her for a moment, and then you see her pull out a couple different scrolls, stretches them out over the different ledgers that are reading, and then you see the quills start to act. Within moments, the entire contents of the ledger, the original ledger, are copied over. And it's in this moment as well that you actually notice, looking off over to the corner, towards the back of the library, around the corner from the office in front of you, you see the stairwell leading to the Wizard's Tower. You see dorm numbers with arrows pointing which direction, similar to that of walking through a hotel, of like, oh, room number this to that direction, room number this to that, into another direction. And you see that the number matches that of the student number that you saw from the ledger book. The 7839 falls within the range of the room numbers on the wall in front of you.
Interesting. Pardon me, Miss Katrina. Just a quick question. I couldn't help but notice a point of egress towards the back of the library. Is that where students are dormed?
Oh yes, the back of the library there. That's a direct connection to the Wizard's Tower for the Wizard's College portion of the school. Since they are here so often and check out so many books, we just put the two together in the original schematics and planning for the university. That way they would have the quickest access for the resources they need the most.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Fun fact about those, actually. Did you know that the school's actually been open for 78 years now? Every year we change the header number for student dorm numbers because we don't have more than 100 rooms, and there's only, like, while they are on different floors, we categorize the floors by the tens. There's 10 rooms per floor. So this like, and she points over to the sign. You'll see all of them start with 78. They're not on the 7,000th or the 78th floor, as you may have seen in other similar places. This is just our 7th year of operation. So every year, to keep track of students and where they were, we just change the year number for the header, and then they get their assigned room number per floor and on that floor.
Okay, so like every student last year's number began with 77, and next year they'll all begin with 79.
Correct, yes. You picked up on that fast. Most people get confused with that.
I've always been a numbers guy.
Especially when it comes to money.
That's weird. I heard a little bit of truth on the wind there. Huh.
Yeah, so, I mean, at least when it comes to the Wizards College portion of this, and you can see she's really getting into this now. She's hyper fixating on it. She's like, yeah, when it comes to the Wizards College specifically, like, there's so many students that, like, find so many nitpicky things so fascinating. And, like, I thought that was a really cool thing. And it's actually what brings a lot of the wizards to our university. It's a shame that we have to buy them so many books. As she just kind of looks around the library itself. Boy, it would really be nice if we could get some more help.
Wouldn't you want to buy more books so your library would be more full of information?
Oh, well, of course we would always want more books, and we would want to expand on the books that we have and the knowledge that we keep here, and be able to dive into a deeper understanding of all of the topics, but it does become a lot of work for one person.
Katrina, are you the only librarian here?
Oh, was I being too obvious about that again? I mean, the students are really good about returning the books to where they came from, and they're really good about signing the ledger themselves and keeping everything organized. I don't know if that just comes with the territory of how hard they study so consistently. But at the same time, I do have to make strenuous logs of everything. And I do still have to double check and make sure that everything does go back. And I'm sure you've experienced wizards before. They're not always exactly keen on returning things on time. My past due logs of debts owed because of late fees is astronomical.
That sounds like a real annoyance, Katrina. I apologize, but this is a wizard school. Has anyone, I don't know, considered a simulacrum to help you?
There was 1 year that one of our graduating students came up with that capability, and they did offer their aid for the year. But of course, as they graduated and they moved on, the simulacrum went with them, and I no longer had the help. I've gone to the dean and I've gone to the university's president time and time again, asking for more funding and for more help. I mean, wizards do make up nearly half of this school to begin with, but all the money that comes in from their tuition only goes towards the books and never to help me.
We need to start a GoFundMe for Katrina right now. Okay.
And would the dean be the top you talk to, or would it be is it someone above the dean? Hypothetically, someone could have a conversation with.
It's like I said, I've talked to the university's president and the dean. The dean works directly with the students and has a large say in where a lot of the money from tuition goes, because he's in charge of the students and we're students trying to grow our student population so that we can make more money for more things.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it is a board of directors from the entire administrative class and from all of those that are the heads of the school, not just any one particular person.
Okay. Again, completely hypothetically. Who, if I were to try to, again, hypothetically, if I were to have a conversation with somebody about this matter, who would be the best person for me to approach?
That's hard to say. I mean, like I said, the dean does have a big say in where tuition funds go, but at the same time, the president's still the one that signs off on the checks to actually send the money there at the end of the day. So it's potentially either one, whether it be getting the dean to reevaluate where he negotiates the funds, or if you get the president to not only listen to the dean.
Okay. Well, this was really fun, these hypotheticals. And I really do appreciate your help with copying this book. Your work here is invaluable. I want you to know that. Libraries are an extremely useful resource, not only just for students, but for anyone in the area.
I didn't even mention that we're open to the public, but yes, you are so very true about that. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I've been rambling. I did not mean to trouble you with this. And then she goes and grabs the copy off of the desk. She's like, your copy is done. Please take this. Thank you for at least hearing me out. Again, I'm so sorry for troubling you with this.
And when Katrina hands me the book, I make a point to put my hand on top of hers. It's like, it was no trouble at all. And thank you for everything you've done for me today.
You see her shoulders kind of detense for a moment as she just kind of sighs into herself. She's just like, thank you. Truly, thank you. And then she'll pull away and then go back to work. She'll grab the original ledger and then start walking it back to that main desk towards the door.
Okay, and I will take my copy and I will head out. Do I have any inkling as to whether or not the dean is still in his office?
So that we're actually going to jump to the other two who are already making their way there during
That's
your
right. We have
interaction.
to go to the dean's
and
office anyway
that
if
is
they're
what
still
we will
there.
find out. Yep. Yeah, so Manavel and Trina, who are heading towards the dean's office, have made it there now. We're going to jump in with them being at the dean's office. As you return to the main campus, return to the second floor in the dean's office, you find the door is open. The dean is not inside. The office is empty. You do see in the back corner, opposite end of the original entryway, there is a second door in the office on the back wall that is entitled Student Records.
Fantastic. Right now, will you close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to go through his desk.
Mm. Damn, I don't have any word spells prepared either. Shit. Oh, actually, while you're doing that, Trina is going to summon Astrid and just... Hey, if anybody but the dean decides to try to come in, can you yell at me? And she just kind of gives her this like halfway look of like, I would always yell at you.
Oh, Joanna, please go help. And Joanna will come out of wherever the heck she was hiding.
I gotta summon one with a spell, and you're just like, ooh. Extra.
I remembered that I have one.
Nope.
All right, so both of the kitties are gonna stand guard. Essentially, how I envision it is one looks one way down the hallway while the other one looks the other way, and they're both just perched at the ready, waiting to see anybody coming towards the door.
Pretty much.
So as they are doing that, the door is then closed behind you. It is just the two of you at the office. You start to go through the dean's desk. There's not a ton here. He only has 3 drawers within the desk itself. On top of the desk is just a bunch of paperwork involving all the students that are, or potential students that are here, going about interviews and everything that are here for the welcome week stuff.
I
As
see a
potential
picture of his
applicants and
wife. Oh,
whatnot.
she's ugly. And I put it. I paste the picture down.
That's so mean.
So yeah, that is what is directly on top of his desk. Is just that you see actually a student file, and you recognize a photo of one of the faces as one of the students that was actually sitting in the chair the first time that you were in here. So it was presumably the last meeting that he had. As you start to go through the drawers, there's one main like trunk drawer on either side of the open seating in the middle, and then there's one of those thin like pen drawers that goes the widthways just above where unis would be sitting under the desk. Opening the 3 of those, the 2 larger trunk drawers, both just file system. One of them is faculty and like different things that as the dean he would be responsible for cataloging and keeping track of in terms of student expense things and other filings of that sort. The other side are student files, ones that he has picked out and has kept in his desk specifically outside of that of the student record location. Looking through itself, there's nothing that's notating specifically what they are there for, whether it just be his students that are troublemakers that he needs to keep an eye on, or if it's his best performing students that he's preparing accolades and stuff for, that you're unaware of just by looking in the drawer itself. The pen drawer in the middle, however, that one stands out a little bit. Because while, yes, there is your normal officey supply stuff. There's a few extra pieces of paper. There's a couple extra quills and inkwells and such. There's also a single student folder within there, and it's Tristan's.
Oh, I wanted to find this one.
Mm-hmm.
So as you pull Tristan's file out and you open it up, you see a photo of Tristan. And you see Prince of Aldemarion. You see his parents' names. You see the promised sum for his attendance, set at 50,000 platinum.
I look at Trina, and I see the eyes bug out, and I go, like I know how much that is.
That is genuinely more than I ever thought I would see in a lifetime. What do you mean? And like while Manavel's going through his desk, she's actively going through the student records trying to find old boy's name from the book. And it just like, it gets her attention of being like, what do you mean? What do you mean 50,000?
That's the number.
How badly do they not want to have their kid at home?
About 50,000.
That's insane.
And the notion, and the very scared dean.
Like, okay, so I'm not saying that he wasn't acting like a coward, to say the least, right? But 50,000 is a lot of money, especially when you're struggling with something that you're passionate about. I could see.
Are there any notes?
I could see you making some shady choices for that kind of cash.
Is there any notes in his file, like warnings, or just like the records would have the if a discipline, or
like an
for me
IEP
personally,
for violence.
well, so you'd have to take an exam to be eligible to come, right? And if he already knows that he's this powerful to not have to go to class, I feel like there would be something in this folder that would hint at that. What are we really looking at? How do we know how much powerful he is? Just because the dean said so? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Funny you should mention that. What I've listed so far is just the first page. You turn the page. The next one is notes of job. There are 4 bulletins on this page. First one, meeting with the mayor. Sub-bullets underneath that, Tristan to make arrangements with mayor for Aldemarion enlistment. Second one, meet with city guard captain. Secure passage through Shard's waterways for all of Aldemarion's navy.
They're
Third,
invading.
recruit all possible worthy and capable of wielding a sword.
I don't like that at all. That sounds like a threat.
And then fourth, fortify the university.
Take over the university. They're going to use it as a base.
You
We
flip
have
to
a
the
whole
third
nother
page.
problem. I flipped the page.
You flip to the third page. There's a list of Tristan's current capabilities. It notates how powerful his spellcasting can be, how strong his illusionary magic is. There's notes of true polymorph.
I am baby.
There are notes of very strong, very powerful spells that you've heard of, but to this point have not seen.
Uh-huh.
And at the very bottom, in bold font, do not anger, because his preferred method is destruction.
Do not like this, not one bit.
No, yeah, this is definitely somebody that I would love to have free roaming around a school full of people that are learning and arguably don't have a fully formed prefrontal cortex. So they're bound to do
Well-
something stupid.
Not only that, but if they're gonna fortify the castle, that means the battleground's the rest of the town. Trina, your mom. And
We don't-
every civilian.
I don't want to know. It's not that I don't want to know. Let me rephrase that. We don't know exactly if they're trying to bring a fight here. Arguably, neither option that's going through my head is great, because either you're right and there is going to be a massive thing here that's going to wipe out this small ass town, or they're going to use this as a base of operations, because if they want free passage through the waterways for the Navy has to stop and resupply somewhere, and then the city's going to be held under martial law. Not a fan.
Neither option sounded very good when you said it.
Neither option's great. One of them results in people still being alive, albeit not living, if that makes sense. Nobody's going to have free will.
And this has nothing, as of right now, I don't see anything to do with the, deals with the mayor, it does not deal with the wolves. I feel like we're just kind of going in circles now. Did you find the hermit book person?
Did I find hermit book person?
So specifically, Trina, in the actual records room, you did not. It would have been Manovel, because in that right-hand side drawer of the, I'm not sure if these are like great students or bad students, it's just specific student files that the dean had in his desk. It wasn't there. It didn't stand out to you right away, though. Sorry, what?
Did you finish?
They were basically going to say, oh, sorry, I found it.
Oh. All right. So it didn't stand out to you at first because you were like rifling through like, oh, what is here? And B, it wasn't in like his file on there wasn't W. Collison. It was full first name Collison. And the number did not match that of what you had seen in the ledger book, the 7839.
I think it's this one.
So as
I open.
Yeah, as you pull that one out and it sits in front of you, you see that it is a student file for presumed individual. It notates that he is of the Wizards College. Now you see the familiar number of he is residing at dorm number 7839 as it opens into his full file. Below that, you see a list of accommodations. Most achieved student. You see, what's the word I'm looking for? Of course, now that I need it, it's slipping from my brain. But it's essentially valedictorian, but not that official word. But like he's top of the class. Yeah, he is top of the class. He will be graduating this year, full honors, full recommendation. And you see a note at the bottom. that he has accepted a position to be the mayor's advisor pending graduation.
The mayor is the connection that I see for this, but it has nothing to do with the wolves.
Does he have
We
any
found
specific,
something, but it's not what we meant.
Does he have any specific course of study?
What wizard college? Which wizard
Matthew.
college is he a part of?
So within this university and its limited funds and how it's set up, he's notated as Wizards College. And then under study, it just says all.
So very helpful. Why would you have that as a category if you can't select an option?
Okay, but like, hear me out. Maybe that's why he wants him as an advisor. He studied everything.
Yeah, he's very smart, but like, I still don't understand the big picture, Threna. It's not making sense to me. We have an invasion and wolves. Where's the... I need help. I am not making connection here. Where's Odion?
And he'll probably be here shortly. We'll have the ledger book and whatnot. I wonder if Tristan's checked anything out. He doesn't strike me as a library type, though.
It is in this moment, Odeon, that you would actually be coming down the hallway. And because of what was said to the cats,
in the door.
No, because of what was said to the cats, of specifically, scream for me if anybody but the dean tries to come in. Both of the cats are now screaming at the door as Odeon has his hand on the handle. They're looking at him. They're walking next to him and like doing the whole cat rubbing up on leg thing of like, "Hey, I know you," while simultaneously screaming.
Meow, meow! It's 5 a.m. Feed me, meow.
I was gonna say, does it
Is that
sound like
3
cat
a.m.
screaming?
zoomies?
It's like a human voice screaming coming out of a cat.
Hey!
I don't have any food or fish on me. Kitty, want catnip? I don't know what you want.
And they're screaming, but like telepathically, Manaval and I can hear our corresponding cat. And I'm assuming that they're like, "It's Odion! It's Odion!" We're just like,
That's so not what we meant. That's not what we meant. It's fine. Guys, it's okay. It's okay. He can come in.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the cats. Like, I'm just gonna go in if that's okay with you.
Astrid probably just shoots Trina a look of like, "You said to yell."
Yes,
I give.
And then-
Both of us. You did such a good job.
And Joanna's just over there just like, Astrid started yelling. There was something said about yelling if it wasn't the dean. I was just following. It's Odeon. We know him.
I could see that. You're such a good kitty. Scritch, 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 scritch.
Thank
You
you.
did such a good job.
Can I go back to napping now?
I still need you to watch for just a little longer.
Okay. Do I still have to yell if it's not the dean?
Yes, I really would appreciate it if you did. But if it helps, you can tell me whatever you want for dinner and I will put it in your bowl.
Okay.
I love you. And I close the door of the dean's office again, and I switch the "Do Not Disturb in a Meeting" sign.
Yeah.
I've
As
been
you
to enough
switch the
colleges.
sign-
You know damn well he has one.
Yeah, so
I've been to college.
as you're doing all that and whatnot, after you close the door telepathically with Joanna, you hear her just say, "This was fun. I know we don't normally talk like this, but like, you know, they were doing it. I thought we'd just try it out. This was fun. I don't think I want to keep doing it though. Can we go back to how we normally would? But also, can I just not scream? Can I just talk to you this way, please? Like, it's so much.
You do not have to scream. You could do whatever you
Okay,
want as
thank
long as you
you.
let me know. Thank you so much.
And then like you sense the happiness coming from Joanna in that moment. It's just like, thank you. I don't have to scream. Perfect.
Love you, baby. Okay, Odion. Here is the deal. We found out a lot of stuff, and none of it has anything to do with the wolves.
Well, wait. Then what did you find?
Take it away, trainer.
Okay, so the price of admission for Old Boy, staggeringly high. More money than I have ever personally seen in a lifetime. High. More money than probably my mom has seen in a lifetime.
That's well, okay.
In the realm of like 50,000 platinum. Yeah. So it's like, I don't agree with it, but I can definitely understand where that type of money would make some people do some really sketchy things, such as house a sociopath. But I digress. There is also things that he's attempting to do, like Oh Boy has talked to the mayor, and they're allowing basically free access of the waterways in front of Shard.
Wait. You said Old Boy?
Sorry, Tristan.
Ah, thank you.
They're allowing
Punchable Prince.
I like Punchable Prince. Punchable Prince is cute. Okay.
So
like it.
wait, this prince has talked to the mayor about having unlimited access to the airways,
To the
waterways.
via his
But
nation's navy.
Ooh.
Yeah. As well as
That seems
fortifying
sketch.
the college, which is also just as sketchy.
So the only two options that we thought of is invasion and
Military
something
law.
about martial law,
Yeah.
or
Neither option.
invasion and everyone dies.
Neither of which are good.
Nope.
No,
So
not ideal.
Neither one of them.
I think I had light bulb.
Light bulb?
Not for Punchable Prince, but the other one, the Collinson.
Okay.
Collinson. So we found out Collinson graduating this year. High marks, very, very, very smart. All wizard colleges, is planning on being advisor to the mayor.
Yeah.
After college.
Okay.
Why is he asking for a book to turn him into a hermit when he has so much potential?
Especially if he actually has a job lined up after school that would involve
Right.
him specifically being in the public eye.
Well, we have to keep in mind that we are looking into someone who is a university student. For all we know, they read that book for an assignment, not for themselves.
That's a very specific book. I don't know who's APA citing that shit.
Depends on what classes they're taking and whether or not it's relevant.
I don't even think it's peer reviewed.
Well,
I think
We could
it's our
always
only
check it
lead
out.
right now.
we could check
I
it
think
out
it's
while
our
we're
only-
doing our potential stakeout for the werewolves tonight.
I think we should go to his room.
You want to just like, hi.
Knock knock.
Why we're wondering why you wanted to be a hermit? Like,
That might not be. I can show him my yams.
I think
Fourth
you've
time's
shown
the
enough
charm?
yam. No, I think you've shown enough yam.
You know what? We'll leave the
No one
yams
wants
as
my
the
yams.
last. No. We'll leave the yams as the last resort. You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just be
Powerful
giving
yams.
out the yams for any
Okay,
days.
so what's the code words for me to be able to whip out my yams?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato? Okay, if someone says
There you
sweet
go,
potato,
perfect.
even if it's not you guys, I will whip out my yams.
Wait, no, wait. It
No.
should be
But,
us.
I understand the plan perfectly.
Oh gosh, no. It should probably be us saying sweet potato.
This is my favorite bit I've ever done.
Code word ube.
Oh
Code
god.
word ube. Yes! I love
This is
ube.
amazing.
It's ridiculous. Okay. So.
I
what
love you
exactly-
too.
What exactly are you wanting to do if we go find his room? Because I feel like we're going on a lot of different paths right now, and it's.
Well, if he's actually planning to be permanent and this wasn't just a school assignment, there's going to be signs. Like the doggy bed under his bed. Or possibly a chew toy.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume werewolves aren't purchasing chew toys for themselves.
Why wouldn't they? It's so engaging and stimulating. It's great for their brains.
Wow.
Canines need to have oral fixations to be engaged with. Is this not something that you know?
No, not particularly.
It's the same reason why they sniff everything. It stimulates them.
Oh.
Also, when they pee on things, it's like they can communicate through their urine.
Are you saying that if he smells like urine, he might be a werewolf?
No, but he might have left a warning. For another,
See-
but
Are you saying we should be sniffing for sense of urine, then?
that was more of a fun fact, less of a plan. But if that's something that you'd like to do, we
I
could.
don't want to do that. I'm
No, I'm
asking.
good.
Okay.
I'm asking
We're on the same page, then.
specifically what your plan is. We're gonna go and we're gonna try to talk to him and be like, "Hi, we're
Let's
the
just-
door-to-door campus survey. We're just kind of gauging. We're doing an engagement survey with some of the older students. That way, we can pass on some knowledge to the younger students."
Or we are security and we have to look through your room. It's in the student handbook that you signed that we have every right to go and pose any kind of search to any room, because we've all signed that one too. I've been to college.
Yeah, we've all been to college.
Yeah, we're all doctors here.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the
Formal
school-
education squad.
I don't like the energy that just came out of that. I appreciate. Sorry, my bad.
To be fair, did go to the College of Dance, so that's all me.
Exactly. We're also learned here.
Very, very.
Your
learned.
intelligence score is higher than any of us, bro.
That's also very fair.
Wait,
You're
is
smarter
mine?
than all of us.
Is it
You're
really
smarter than
though?
all of us.
Really?
Oh, big time. You're a rogue.
My intelligence is only a +2.
So was mine, actually.
Actually, I think mine's also a +2.
Yeah.
I'm
I
also
have a
plus
14.
2.
You have a 14.
We've all got 14.
Everybody. Has
We are equally smart. We are equally smart regardless of our college.
Exactly.
Hooray! Ta-da! Ka-chow!
I
Monty
mean,
has a
we
12
knock on
for
the
the
door
record.
and see if he's the home. If he's not home, I think we let ourselves in. We have full access of all of the campus.
We have full access of all of the campus, regardless of moral ambiguity. You're right. You're right. You're so right. We have a thing that we're trying to figure out. Worst case scenario, we're in and we're out. Or best case scenario, we're in and
Yep.
we're out. Worst case scenario,
We trigger something and we finally figure out which one of them is a wolf.
yep.
Yeah, what are the odds of that happening?
Hopefully very high, because I would love to be able to figure out where these fucking wolves are.
Well, what are the odds of them turning into a wolf? Like, you know, I mean, like.
It
we don't
depends
wanna-
on if they want to bite us.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Maybe if I show them my hams?
No.
Damn
Wolves
it!
don't like yams. They like hawks. Okay.
Oh, I didn't bring my
What?
G-string.
Yeah, ham hawks. Duh. No yams. Hams. Totally different.
I don't know how to respond to this. Anyway.
Sorry.
I think that
No,
it's
no,
the-
you're fine.
I think I'm going to keep both of these records. I have no problems. Both of them, they're clues, and both of them have a connection to the mayor. So that feels like something. So I'm gonna bring both of these with me because one, I want a list of all the things that he can do, or Oh, Dion, can you make copy?
Make copy.
Well, could you?
Let me
Does
see what I
anyone
got.
be able to
Actually,
make copy?
I might actually. I'm proficient with calligraphy tools.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Make copy on both of these, please.
Yeah, so basically just gonna make copies of both of these guys. That way we can leave the originals in here, and I can take the copies for myself.
I do have proficiency with forgery kit. I don't think I have a forgery kit.
It's a desk. If I'm proficient with calligraphy supplies, he's got an inkwell and
Oh,
paper.
I do have a forgery kit. Huh.
So
In this instance, I would say the calligraphy set would make more sense because it's
Fair
just
enough.
a copying over. You're not trying to perfectly replicate the document in order to
No.
pass it for inspection by somebody else of like
Mm-mm.
an actual forgery. It's just that, hey, we want this for our own record, but we don't want to take the original and whatever may lead to from that.
That is completely fair.
do you want me to roll anything for that or no? Okay, so she just
Nah.
she takes a second and steals some of his paper, probably even with his letterhead on it, and just copies both things down. And like as she's writing Tristan's file down, there's like this visible look of disgust that comes over her every time she writes something else. She's just like, oh god. Oh my god. Prince Punchable is just gonna be so good. Like, I know this probably doesn't have like anything to do with the matters at hand right now, but like when we potentially get the capability, if we become like big strong adventurers, you know, or I can just call my mom, I would love, absolutely love, to punch him in the face one time, just once.
I think the way this is going, at some point we're not going to be able to ignore him. That's what I think.
Mm.
He's powerful and so is his parents, and if he's trying to invade, that puts everyone in this town at risk. And I actually kind of like this town.
That's a fair point.
So, can we start making our way towards the dorms?
Yes, there's actually an exit to the back of the library.
Beautiful. In the time, would we been able to take a short rest?
Sure, if you want to.
Or actually, I have magic cunning. I'm just gonna grab my pack slot with my 1 minute ritual and call it a day. I don't want to waste the time. Boom.
Well, I mean, technically, we could take a short rest once we're at that tower and staking out.
We're gonna camp at that point. So this is just beforehand.
Or we're just gonna like sleep up there.
Probably.
That
I
was
think
kinda
we're
the
going
plan.
overnight.
We could always take a short rest in the library since we have to head that way anyways because it leads directly to the dorms. Worst case scenario,
I
old
mean,
boy comes out and we cut our rest short.
I have the magic cunning, so I got both my pack slots back, and I don't have any hit point missing because we haven't been in a fight, so that's all I needed.
Fair enough.
I'm good. Actually, I think I have a thing. We can find out if he's inside the room before we even go there. So as we're walking, we're not quite at the library yet. So I have the ability to be eyes or ears in a spot. As long as it's an obvious or a place I'm familiar with, within a mile of me, I can see or hear in any certain area. For roughly 10 minutes. So if you guys can point me out to the room that I need to listen to, I can listen to it. Or look and see if he's in there.
Are you able to do that from down here if we've never actually gone up to the room yet?
I need to see the room. It has to be, I need to see the room first. At least the door, so I know the obvious location.
It kind of feels like it defeats the purpose of us sitting down in the library, because we're going to have to walk up there anyways.
Okay.
Good idea for the back pocket, though. Love it for the
Indeed.
back pocket. If we need to potentially snoop in the dean's office again, if he has like a super top secret meeting with somebody.
So is this before the YAM plan or after the YAM plan?
This is before the YAM plan.
Okay.
Like
Remember,
you said, yam's last resort.
yams are the last resort, okay? We can't just be whipping them yams out for anybody, babes. Okay? Those are yours, and they're special.
Yes, because we have make sure people pay for our yams.
That's right.
They're good premium yams.
For just $5.99 a month, you too can subscribe to Manovel's Only Yams.
Listen, that's a bargain, y'all.
I knew it was gonna come out eventually. Okay, I was just waiting for it.
Yeah, I knew it was coming too. I didn't want to make the joke. You can't
I'm so
say Wingle
proud of
doesn't
this
con-
group.
You can't say Wingle doesn't literally commit to the bet.
Your commitment is to be commended.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, so there's been a lot of conversing here. What exactly is the plan? Are we going to the library and hanging out there for a moment? Are we going to the dorm?
I don't see a
What's-
reason
what's
to
the-
sit around. I think
Well,
that
if we
going to
don't
the dorm
need
makes
a-
sense.
If we don't need a short rest, like you said, we can just go up to the dorm and go talk to him, get our information from there, kill time until nightfall.
Okay.
So I think plan is go up to the dorm, find his room, and talk to him.
Beautiful. Love it. We'll go with that. All right. So as you make your way back to the library, you walk through the library. Odeon, you having been kind of shown like, oh, hey, here's the dorms and whatnot, like what the numbers mean. You have a general idea of exactly where to go. So as you enter into the tower proper itself of the Wizard's Tower at the back of the library, itself, there's a spiral staircase following the column. And then at the base where you currently are, you see 10 different doors that encircle this column, numbered 1 through 10, with 78 in front of all of them. So it's 7801, 7802, so on and so forth. Presumably first floor dorms. So with that information and the 7839 that you're looking for the sake of W. Collison's room, you understand from your conversation with the bookkeeper that you guys need to go up the staircase to the 3rd floor and then find the 9th room. As you make your way up the staircase, you come to the landing of the 3rd floor. As an individual is exiting from that room, they're closing the door. Their back is currently turned towards you as you emerge on the landing.
So we're in front of his door. Sorry, I was typing in chat.
More or less, yeah. So the three of you have just landed on the 3rd floor, just exited the spiral staircase of the column for the Wizard's Tower. And as you are looking through the dorm doors and you find the one that would be 7839, you see that it is currently being closed and the individual exiting that room has their back turned towards you as they're closing and locking that door.
Okay, so do we want to break into his room or do we want to follow him?
Hypothetically, what if we
Why
did
don't-
both?
Like
If
split
me and
up?
me and Trina follow you get in the room.
I am amenable to this plan.
Sounds good.
Do we need to do invisible stuff again?
That would probably be helpful.
Probably.
And she just, again, burns another 3rd level spell slot to just...
invisible.
Because
Good
we
luck,
saw
you two.
him leave. Yes. Or he's just.
Well, he is currently standing in front of you. His back is to you as he is locking the dorm room door in this moment. He has not noticed you yet. Like, this is all very split second.
We're invisible.
I will also use a spell slot to turn invisible.
Very well. So the three of you turn invisible within a split second as you see this individual that is locking the door. I presume you also step away from the staircase itself, making room for him to exit should he be going to the staircase. As he turns around, it's not anybody that you've seen yet, though you get the feeling that this is in fact the student you were looking for, because as he turns around after putting away his key into his pocket, he then, with his other hand, pulls out the book, How to Become a Hermit. You see it written on the binding, clear as day, and he starts flipping through the pages as he makes his way to the staircase and then starts descending down the stairs.
Good luck, you two.
Get EP.
You're fine.
But say we
I
follow.
said good luck, you two.
And Odion's probably gonna start trying to jimmy the lock to get in.
Absolument.
Very well. All right, so you two will follow him down the stairs. You will see that he actually only goes down to the second floor. He'll knock on another student's dorm door on the second floor there, where he then is offered entry, enters the room. It is the room of a female presenting student. There's no word shared between the two of them, but he knocks on the door. She opens. She steps aside for him to come in, closes the door as soon as he enters. Odeon, up top there, go ahead and how are you getting into this door?
I'm gonna open my pack and pull out my thieves' tools. Got some lockpicks in there. I'm gonna jimmy the lock a little bit.
Love that. Go ahead and give me your sleight of hand. Finally, a rogue doing rogue stuff.
So I rolled a 5, but I have an ability that makes me not able to roll below a 10. So that's gonna be a 21.
Awesome. I love that so much for you. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and be able to get the lock open. Canonically, college dorms are not exactly very secure. They're not that hard to break into.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody here knows that.
Mm.
So yeah, with a 21, you absolutely do manage to unlock the door, make your way inside with very little ruckus at all, very little attention given to yourself as you enter into the room. Opening the door, entering the room, it is what you would imagine to be a fairly common university dorm, with a slight caveat of all of these dorm rooms are single beds. There's no bunk beds. There's no multiple students to it. Like, this is a single student's room. There is a bed on one side. There is a table that is mixed in kind of with the bed. Like, it's a nightstand / desk combo type thing. Like, there's bed, what would be the drawer or nightstand portion, but like it's an extended top that then has its own feet on the other side and a chair pulled up to it for an actual table desk section. And then there's a second door at the back of the room, presumably for a private bathroom within the dorm itself. Because you noticed at this point that you have not seen an actual like public bathroom within everything. Like, the library itself didn't have one, and there were no other doors outside of the dorm rooms that are numbered themselves on any floor that you've been on so far. So yeah, they all presumably have their own private bathroom.
Ooh la la, fancy.
Yeah. So within Collison's dorm itself, the desk is completely covered in books and papers. There's a few posters up on the wall, a couple of other wizards. You're not sure who exactly they are. They're not named or anything. They're just different portraits of wizards that are up on the wall. There's several notes and diagrams also posted on the wall. In addition to that, there's a few different astronomy signs and star signs and things like that mixed in with it as well. And as you look through some of the notes, you see that it very much covers every class of wizards that you've known, whether it be divination, illusionary, anything that you have ever witnessed a wizard to do. There are notes on it for them. And thinking back to the student record of wizard class all starts to make a little more sense.
The pictures of the wizards, can I tell if these pictures are recent or if they're of like maybe alumni or something like that?
There's nothing really notating anything of it. They don't look like they are current students by any means, but at the same time, you can't tell how old they may be in terms of like if these are still currently alive individuals or if they're people from the past. They're just the way that they are dressed and attired and the way the posters are drawn. You can tell that they're wizards, or at least intended to be representing wizards.
Okay.
But you don't know who the people are themselves. There's no names. There's no words or letters or writing. Nothing that would give you any sort of hint as to who these people are.
Okay. The notes on the walls regarding the various kinds of wizards, can I get what exactly is he writing down?
It's a little hard to really wrap your personal mind around it being a rogue and everything, because like it is advanced magic within that of wizards. Like you know, like looking at the star signs, for example, like you know of that, like, oh, this is this constellation from the sky based off of looking at the diagram because you've seen the night sky. But why it's written in his notes and why it's posted on his wall and the way that it is and with the other constellations around it that don't match up with how the night sky looks, that part you can't figure out. And nothing comes to you as to why that might be. But you're just like, oh, this is the constellation of, like, I don't have actual names for it, but for example, just like, oh, that's Orion's belt, or it's Hercules, so on and so forth.
We established that he's a senior, yeah?
Yeah, they don't have
Graduating.
They don't have freshmen through senior classifications here, but this is his final year here. He will be graduating at the end of this year, which for him is in a few weeks after final exams.
Gotcha. Okay, so for all I know, this high level magic could reasonably be in his repertoire. I guess I'm gonna go with what Manavel said. Can I check under his bed to see if I can find a doggy bed?
Roll for doggy bed.
Understand how pissed off I'm gonna be if there is any noticeable trace of werewolfatry. Okay,
Like a doggy bed or a squeaky toy.
My brother would not give me the satisfaction. He would not be the. If he was to say that this kid did have a collar, or a
like
dog bowl
that,
or something, no, he would never do that.
Yeah, you know what? You have to ask though. You have to ask.
So, diving underneath the bed, looking for anything that you find under there. There's an old pair of boots, some scraps of paper that look like they fell off of the desk. But you do notice, however, there's a very recently placed notebook. There's a few pages that are leaking out of it, leaflets of paper that were shoved within the pages. And next to it, there's a ball of some sort.
Can I tell what kind of ball?
Do you want to touch it?
Oh, gosh darn you.
Please.
do I want to? No. Am I going
Yeah,
to?
right.
Probably.
Absolutely.
I'm
On the off chance that this is going to be part of the joke, yes, you need to touch it.
I'm hoping you're asking because it's like a saliva covered ball and not like a cursed item. That's where I'm going, and yes, I will touch the ball.
Fantastic. You go to touch the ball. It is not saliva covered.
Oh no.
As you first set your hand on it before officially actually grabbing it, you do notice that it does have a little bit of a squishy texture to it. As you go and pick it up, it lets out a small squeak. Not so much of a squeak of like a dog's toy per se, but you're like, this might be a stress ball.
A stress ball.
Yeah. It might be a stress ball. You know, those long nights of studying and everything. Like he just sits there with it in his hand, just squeezing it. It's a stress ball. It has a tiny squeak, but it's not like a squeak toy. But just like if it's under enough pressure, it has a little squeak.
Yeah, sounds very stimulating.
I am going with the ball in my hand. I'm just gonna like start squeaking it as I continue to like look around his room. Maybe I can find like a paper that has some of his studies or something with his first name.
So you're not pulling out the other notebook?
That's right. There was another notebook under the bed. Yes, I'll grab that. I was so focused on the ball.
You're welcome.
Squirrel.
Yeah,
No, I think it's very much the minute where you see the notebook, you see the ball, and you're like, no, Manavel couldn't be onto squeak, 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 squeak. Puts it in pocket. Notebook.
All of a sudden, Kronk just comes up from the background, just squeakity, squeaker, fun, squeaky, squeaker.
I will then reach for that book.
Yeah, so pulling out that book, the cover, it's just a blank notebook. There's nothing written on the cover or anything. As you open it, though, however, you start to make sense of some notes. As the front page is written, a course study. Werewolves 101.
There we go.
It was gonna be an obvious clue. Did I not say it was gonna be something that was gonna say werewolf? I said that.
Does it have his name anywhere in it?
It does not have his name anywhere in it, but it says, so the front page, as you flip it open, the first page says a course study, Werewolves 101. Underneath in smaller text is like, this is very much like title page-esque. Underneath in smaller print, it then reads, a study of werewolves, where they came from, and where they're going. Would you like to continue flipping pages? Just for a synopsis. I'm not going to go like super in depth here.
You know, yeah.
All right, so flipping through a few pages and whatnot, starting to read through some of the notes, you pick up on things similar to that you read from the book that you were given by Manavel back in the library when you were each sharing one of the 3 werewolf books down there. So you pick up on similar things that you had already read. In addition to that, you see notes that are correlating different things from the different books. Because you remember what Trina had said about how some may be hermits, how some may feed on a population because, oh, I'm better than you.
Okay.
And you start to see those correlations. And then as you start getting towards the back of the book, you start to see lesson plans. And you're just like, wait, a course study? Is this a course that's about to be taught?
So this isn't actually a course yet, then. Is he planning on teaching the course, or is he giving information to someone else who's planning on teaching the course? Does it have any indication on when the class is scheduled?
There's nothing written within this notebook. There is, however, a date. Present to Dean. And the date is for 2 weeks from this coming Friday.
Present to Dean to get his approval on the course, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Do I have any paper in my inventory? I don't think I
I
do.
would argue if you had a forgery kit, you probably had paper in that kit.
Absolutely.
Fair points.
And even outside of that, you are in a student's dorm. There's logically paper right there next to you. That
You have
taken.
true
Right, but I just
intelligence. You can
figured-
find paper.
I figured he would notice if I rummaged through his desk and started stealing his paper.
No one is going to notice that.
Okay.
I don't even notice when I use my own paper, okay? I open my drawer
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh, I need more paper. Darn.
You could take half a stack of paper and I would not notice that.
Okay. So it looks like a forgery kit does have a variety of papers and parchments in it. Alright. So I'm just going to really quickly take out a piece of paper and just jot down things from this book that I think are important to bring up later.
Mhm.
And then I will slide the notebook back under his bed where he left it.
Do you keep the ball?
No, I don't keep the
No, because what if he's a
No,
werewolf
come
and
on.
he's squeezed it and now his scent's all over it?
But if
and
he get, if you
scents out?
take away the stimulation, he's gonna start really getting annoyed, and maybe hump everything, and then we're gonna definitely know he's a werewolf.
But do we want an angry,
It's a
annoyed werewolf?
foolproof. It's a foolproof plan.
Do we want an
Angry,
annoyed werewolf walking
horny
around?
werewolf.
Yeah.
No, it's not horny. It's anxiety, and he has to just take it out on something. Normally, it's
Well,
a cushion. At least in
gonna-
my
I was gonna
experience.
say, is this werewolf's name Drift by chance?
His werewolf's name is Drift. Yes.
Well, Wingle, you have to remember, he's gonna be horny when you show him your yams.
Foolproof
This is
plan.
why. No, this is why the yams are a last resort. Can't be
So you
having
need
this.
to take the ball with you.
You're inviting the yamage.
No. I would. My yams are only a last resort.
Uh-huh.
Uh huh.
You said that so convincingly.
Did you say sweet potato?
No, I very much did not.
Damn it. Okay. Sweet potato. Say what?
Technically, he's not even with you right now to say it.
I
so,
know.
like,
I know.
That's true.
Well, no, this is just me and Bardick's fucking bantering.
all right, so hopping
So-
to the other two.
Okay.
Because that's essentially everything that's going to go on in the dorm. But we'll just say that Odeon is still in there just looking about the notes, seeing if there's anything else he can find. So hopping to the other two, following this lovely Mr. Collison. You follow him. He did enter into that other student's dorm. I imagine you want to listen at the door.
Yes.
Okay. So listening at the door, you don't hear the full conversation, like full words, because it's mildly muffled through the door because these are thick, solid wood doors, right? But
No, never mind. Nah, never mind. Ignore me.
okay. So you do pick up through the door using. I'm going to base this off of passive insight, passive perception stuff as you guys are listening at the door, rather than having you roll for it. But you do pick up that he is presenting something to her. The best that you can discern from it, especially Yuma novel being that of one that comes from a studious nature, having learned from the original Dr. Ellen novel, you're getting the sense that he is practicing a pitch of some sort, and he is going through the steps of how he is presenting an idea to somebody else. Given with that of the information from a student file of, hey, he's going to be the mayor's advisor. You didn't hear the topic and you can't make out everything, but you hear a lot of him talking and then very quick answers from her that sound almost judgmental, but you can't make out the full everything going on. So it's like, is he practicing something for the mayor? Does he have something already prepared for the mayor? Is he bringing something to the city council?
I think that is there anyone like around us?
Currently, on the second floor, you are by yourself within the actual landing area, like the
I'm gonna
column
pull
of
a
the second floor.
Trina. I'm gonna pull a Trina. I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
I don't like the way that you worded that, but I appreciate the incentive.
It's just a good idea. I'm gonna get the direct thoughts of anything within 30 feet of me. And I am right next to this door, so hopefully I will get at least what he's talking about and maybe get a topic or two. Because he's literally talking about the topic that he's doing, so it would be in the forefront of his mind, technically.
Is this a dive deeper one? I feel like you're trying to get specifics.
I'm getting for surface level thoughts right now.
Yeah. Target one creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself, or one creature within 30 feet of yourself that you detected with the sense thoughts. You learn what is most on the target's mind right now. If the target doesn't know any language and isn't telepathic, you learn nothing. So this isn't you trying to get into thoughts that he's got about werewolves. You're trying to basically listen to the thoughts that are about to come out of his mouth for more clarity.
Okay. So with that, using that spell, casting it into the room, you do hear the thoughts of on his end. You hear, no, don't say it that way, say it this way. As then he says the line, and if we look into the forest more, you will find that tracks get harder to follow because of the amount of wildlife in the area. However, the tracks of paw prints related to that of different dog species can still be discerned through that of general wildlife. And then you hear coming as a rebuttal, that sounds too ambiguous and almost too informative of your overloading with description. Make it more concise. And then a further rebuttal coming back into that thought from the original thought of, yeah, it's over descriptive, but this is also for a course. Like this is something that extends the segment of semesters. This isn't something of like, I'm trying to get them on board today. This is, they need to understand that and evaluate it over time. So it needs to be over ambiguous. It needs to be over descriptive. That way they pull more from it. Right?
I think that he might not be a werewolf. I think that he might be suspicious also of the werewolf. Maybe. I'm not sure. If not, he has a very, very fun hyperfixation. And the only reason he's part of this is because he also just really likes werewolves. But I could not tell you whether or not he has one or not. So I dive deeper.
All right, what's the DC?
It's a wisdom 18.
That is going to be a fail with a 10 plus 4.
I want to know if he's a werewolf.
So diving deeper, based off the description given earlier, you hear, you get the sense of the thing that this individual is the most passionate about right now is getting his course approved. Mm-hmm. He's accepted the job to be the mayor's advisor as a means to give him a title with a position of power to then overtake that with his achievements that he's gotten through study in order to become the leading professor on werewolves and making more people more aware of them because it is a disgrace that out of a library of more than 70,000 books, there are 3 on werewolves, and 2 of them are based on myth and children's stories.
That did not answer my question.
That based off my understanding of the description of the spell, a failed DC would then give what they are like the most triggered by, like the thing they care about most in this moment, whether they're feared for it, loved for it, anxious about it, was my understanding. Did I have that wrong?
I could definitely see where it could be interpreted that way, because it's not like you're probing for something specific. It just says, on a failed save, you discern the target's reasoning, emotions, or something that looms large in its mind. So, so arguably, with it saying target's reasoning, you could figure out, is its reasoning for wanting to teach people about werewolves if he is a werewolf?
Yeah, is this a fascination or is this survival? That's all I really need to know.
Okay. So in that case, this is survival. Because
He's
he
a
thinks
werewolf.
a loved one was no.
God damn it.
This is survival because he believes one of his loved ones was killed by a werewolf, but nobody would listen to him. They thought
might
that
be
it was just a
okay.
bear attack.
China, he might be a victim. Or family of victim.
Losing
They might
someone
need
to
to have
something
actual-
vicious is an actual... It's still a victim. Like,
Yeah. I think we need to actually have a talk with him. We might want to find out what happened with his family. We might want to find a very casual way to say, hey, how did your cousin die?
well, realistically, whether he fails or succeeds the save, the target knows that you're probing into its mind.
Oh yeah,
He knows you're there.
we're fucking run down the hall.
Yeah, so he knows that somebody was digging in his mind.
Yep.
We run back to the library, or do we run up to Odeon to get him out of the room?
I think we go to Odeon.
Okay. The way that you had described the halls, right? It's like there was a big center pillar kind of thing, and they were all on different floors.
Yeah, so the spiral staircase is the center of the pillar. The entire thing is a columnal tower. It's all a column going up because it's a tower, right? So you have the spiral staircase going through the center. Each floor has a landing off of the staircase before the staircase continues up. And then around the outside of that floor, in following the circle pattern, you have the dorms lined up in a circle surrounding that of the spiral staircase. Each floor has 10 doors. Each door is a dorm room, 1 through 10 for each floor.
So hypothetically, would it be faster and or quieter to potentially just parkour to the next floor? To go get Odeon more quickly.
The only way up or down floor to floor is that spiral staircase in the center,
So it's
which you would be closer to. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go up the stairs. I don't want to do any cool acrobatic dancey shit anyways.
So hypothetically, above board as DM, you have a telepathic individual in your party, and you're within range of said telepathy. You could expedite the process of having to run upstairs and get them and run back downstairs.
Can
I
go through
have
stone?
the. I think he was talking about me. I didn't technically awaken mind anyone, but if you want to say that I did.
I'm just kidding. Hold on. Did I take telepathic or telekinetic? I can't remember which feat I took, but I took telepathic. Okay. So, that I could see within 60 feet of myself. I can't see him. Shit.
We would have had to call it before we left.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I guess we're running the stairs then and hoping that he isn't trying to follow you guys and follow invisible people up the stairs.
Odin.
Do I hear?
I mean, if they came up the stairs and were at the door, I would imagine so.
Just walk over to the door. Hello?
Odin, we need to go. We need to go.
Oh,
You gotta go.
Just scrambling to put stuff back where I left.
Please
Where I
grab the
thought.
ball.
Where I
Please
think
grab
I
the
found.
ball.
What?
Nothing.
How do you know about that?
I know it's in there.
All I can think about right now is the what is it? Dr. Doolittle with Eddie Murphy, the one dog that's like, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. Grab the damn ball.
Damn it! I take the ball.
Yes.
And I very quietly. Yes, hi.
That was very quiet.
Come out of the
Disadvantage.
door, close it behind me, and use my lock picking set to like relock it.
No. She gives advantage because the immersion for dog-based stuff.
Fantastic. Yeah. Player of the game was actually the Kiki.
As she always is.
Right, so what is the move from here for the group?
Back to the mayor's house. Are we going to find the camping spot and we'll kind of go over what we
What
found?
time of day is it?
At this point, it'd be later afternoon.
Find like if there's a clock tower or a bell tower or some tower, because there's always a tower on every tower that's on the brochure pamphlet with the school's name. That's the tower we want to be at. It's always the tallest one. You're just mad at me because you know I'm right.
You're gonna look at me
You're
and
not
tell
wrong.
me that I'm wrong.
All right, so you're rendezvousing there and gonna proceed to stake out there?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So as you go back to the stairs and start descending the stairs, still invisible, you see the student that was exiting the room originally that you watched go into the other student's room on the second floor. As you're descending the stairs, you see him peeking out the door just about the hallway. Doesn't notice anything as the three of you are invisible. But he definitely was picking up on something. It's just like, huh? But he's looking around. You guys pass through, get back to the library, leave the library, go back to the university main campus, back across the street, finding the tower, which is where we will end tonight's session.
It was so much good roleplay, guys. It was so good.
Yee.
Oh, that went a little bit
We got a
longer
lot
than I thought
done.
it was going to, but yeah, we covered a lot of ground.
We got a lot done. Well, it's really hard when we didn't have a first clue. Like going into the clue was it's somewhere in the university, which is not an easy clue to follow in Dungeons and
Nope.
Dragons.
But we did it, and we should be proud
See,
of
that's
ourselves.
the fun part about how I had this planned. The university was the hub of all of the big information you're going to finish learning. Of like, okay, here's all of the things. Where do we go?
Oh,
So
so we're
with
doing
that,
it
y'all level up.
backwards? Yay! Level 9.
At this point, every quest plot point that I have planned for this campaign has been teased. You have information on a little bit of everything going on. So with that, and having gathered all of the information and having all of your trail headers of like, hey, what about this? Y'all get to level up as we are now going to dive into trying to solve some of these riddles and mysteries and figure out what's going on. Do the thing.
Nah, the puzzles there, the punchable prince is probably the first time I've had a character I absolutely fucking hate in the best way possible, like you made him perfectly punchable. I do not like him, and the story plot of his family invading and stuff like that. There's different tiers. Illith in the mountains. We have a battle on this front. I'm starting to see where the tier 3's coming from. It's scaring me. Right, Griff?
It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. But
Oh yeah.
anyways, we leveled up. There is a watch party in the Discord tonight. We're doing some more Avatar: The Last Airbender, so if you want to come and hang out, feel free. We just started season 2 not too long ago, and we definitely didn't skip both days last week because I forgot that Sunday was Sunday and we were exhausted on Monday. As well, because I always forget that this little thing exists. These are all the links for all the wonderful players press brand who unfortunately couldn't be here. So make sure that you go follow everybody else on their own socials. Go drop them a like, drop them a follow. Raven and I actually have to update our links for when we eventually do our channel together. So like,
Yeah, we've been bad about that.
yeah, we've been so bad. It's been rough, buddy. We've had a lot go on this year. All right, but
Who wants to? Do you want to do MVP?
I was actually gonna vote you for MVP, my guy.
Me?
The
No.
yams.
The yams.
The yams.
No.
I was gonna say.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't.
I mean,
I couldn't accept that.
the
I couldn't.
Yams are definitely a good contender.
Oh
Though
shit! My
for
pen. My pen.
consideration, I'm not saying that it should go here, but for consideration, Odeon and the ball definitely a close runner up.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the yams got this. I'm gonna
Oh
be
yeah, no,
honest.
the Yams win. I'm just saying,
couldn't.
like, for your consideration.
Admittedly,
I
Yams
couldn't-
is
I
also
couldn't keep
top
going.
for me. But Odeon's interaction with Katrina was a very close second because I'm like, oh my god, it's
That
so
was cute.
wholesome. God, she's so
Oh,
sweet. I need to
I'm gonna have a
find
conversation with that
somebody.
dean. Oh my gosh.
I need to find somebody at like the tavern that just sucks at working at a tavern, being like, "Hey, buddy, maybe your talents
You
would
would
be more
look like-
suited in
you're
a
giving-
library."
You're giving librarian
You
vibes.
mean your little lizard friend that was flirting with you that one time?
Oh my god, send her!
Yeah.
Your little intern that annoys you.
And listen, guys, support your local.
Two birds, one
library.
stone. Pun intended for the Owlin.
Ah.
Got it.
That's a double pun too, because two birds, Owlin, and the stone, heat rock for the lizard. Come on, come on.
That's pretty good. Up, up.
That was bad, and you should feel bad.
Aw, I liked it.
But also just Trina keeping us going in a forward direction at every point. I still think needs to get called out because I was a little off today. Cough syrup probably played a little bit of a role.
That's valid.
And you kind of kept us going in the right direction. So I think that also should be called out as great MVP. You kept us going forward. We made so much fucking progress today. Yams excluded.
The yams will not be excluded. They will be
I
put on
was-
the back
you
burner
cannot exclude
as a
the
last
yams.
resort.
But
But never excluded.
Do I get my port and yam?
Yes, you get your part in Yam. Give me a roll.
If you don't roll an orange d20, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed.
I already rolled it, and it's definitely not an orange d20.
We'll re-roll it with an orange d20. Damn it.
Your
I
options are
will not
orange
do
or
that
flesh
until
colored, okay?
I will not do that unless the M says it's okay. I'm not saying I won't say what it is.
Listen, if it's mid, it's mid. What is the port, my guy?
Oh no, it's a 6.
It's a 6? Ooh.
It's a 6. I can work with a 6.
I can
Maybe
work
you
with
just
this.
mess someone else up.
We could definitely work
But
with
DM,
this.
that was super good. The challenging is definitely the word. You're definitely making me get creative. Apparently, my only plan was yams today, but like it worked at some point.
You know what? As long as the yams
E?
worked, that's what's important.
I feel like
I
they worked at some
mean,
point.
they did a thing at one point for something. Admittedly, this didn't exactly go entirely how I had originally planned it.
You didn't
just
expect
for
me to
this-
throw my foot on the counter and.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, that
Didn't
definitely
expect my
wasn't
yes?
in my book of predictions. But even outside of that, we didn't quite get to where I thought we were going to in terms of certain interactions with certain people that I knew you would talk to. So we didn't see all of the things I originally had planned, but that's okay because we still got all the information, and we still have a potential for future interactions with a couple people that may lead to further clues. But at a very least, we have information. We have all of the quest points plotted, and you guys have a character that you hate and cannot wait to do harm to, and I'm here for it.
The Wingle Yams was your only plan. Yeah, you guys got me. Now it's time to go bedtime. So who are we rating?
I was gonna do Quincy, but it looks like Quincy might be getting off. So let's go hang out with Shane for the night, because Shane is in the middle of a pretty long subathon from the looks of it. Oh boy's on day 42.
And I think they've
Holy
still
shit.
got like what, at least 5 days worth of hours left.
Yeah, God, that's crazy. Shane's an absolute tank when it comes to subathons, because good lord, I couldn't. There's no way.
I could never.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
I got a 9 to 5. I can't be doing that.
That part. I'm like, have kids, man. Like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. We're going to try to knock out some Avatar The Last Airbender tonight. Sans the Raven snores because he has to get up early for work.
Yeah, my alarm goes off in about 5 hours.
Before we leave, I got to read
Same.
Reed's message. So, Wingle, Yams was your only plans? Anyways.
Son of a...
All right, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. We will see you on the next Tallish game in 2 weeks. You can catch me tomorrow on Dummies and Dice Rolls because we will be doing Grimm's game for sure. I think the rest of the week we're taking off because of the holiday. The guys and I might do some Pokemon. All right, but
Nice.
love you guys. We'll see you later. Follow everybody below. Bye-bye.